Velocity TV begins now.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network. Tonight we have one big race in store for you, the Al's Automotive Shootout here, and it's going to be a barn burner here tonight, getting ready already for the heat races to come to post. I believe there is 44 cars, did you say? No, 44 stars out there. Bradley Moxley out there, 44 stars. I bet you I know who that's for. That's for Tyler Blankenship. Downtown Marcus Brown out there, Walter B's driving school, who taught me how to drive a super late model. One of the guys taught me how to drive a super late model here just a couple of nights ago out there. Glad to have you out there. If you haven't been out here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure you like and give us a follow. Hey, the stars out there, appreciate it. Bradley already hitting them up there. We're underneath this bridge. We're cold. Icicles on Jack's computer. We need some more wood for our fires here in our burn barrels here tonight. So Star Donations go a long way here.
Generator is starting to sputter.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a long race here tonight. So we're going to need those stars for the generator that keeps Jack's computer going here. And like I said, the fishing poles are broke, but we think Phil pawned them off there. Well, we're getting ready here for heat racing action. Heat race number 1 starting on the pole here via pill draw. That's the number 12 of Gerald Milner with Brandon Weatherford in that number 99 machine. He's going to roll off in that second spot. Derek Fedkenauer from Bulletproof Motorsports is going to roll off third to his outside. The number 1, the Heartland Harley-Davidson number 1, that's Alex Brewer. Inside row, number 3 in the 5th starting spot. That is Kyle Moyer aboard car number 11 with Michael Grinner, or number 12 machine, rolling to his outside in position number 6. 7 star seats Brandon Marlowe aboard car number 37. To his outside, Barrett Bishop in car number 3. 9th starter is John Kennedy aboard the number 89 machine. And outside him is scheduled to be Ryan Bronson. There's Ryan Bronson in car number 6. So 10 cars we called for here in heat race number 1. And we're going to take 2 here, transferring on to the A main. The rest will go to the consolation events here. 5. That's right, folks. 5 big heat races here for the full Fender Frenzy. So top 2 will transfer on here into the main event. And the rest go to, like I said, the consolation events where we'll decide the rest of the field here this evening. 10 laps will be the distance, 100 lap A main here tonight. Like I said, do us a favor, share it out. There's the iRacing I flag. Green flag comes out over heat race number 1. We're underway at the Knoxville Raceway. And down into turn number 1, it's the number 12 machine of Gerald Miller leading it. We got a big thank you out there. We're just trying to make sure that we get those thank yous out here tonight. We'll make sure we get all of our sponsors here. But we got to get this heat racing action in at the number 12 of Gerald Miller. Right now, your race leader second is Weatherford in that number 99 machine. Then you have Derek Fedkenauer fighting it out there, duking it out with Alex Brewer. Those guys on the outside looking in here of a transfer spot. Now Brewer looks to the inside of Weatherford. Weatherford drifts up the track just a tad bit, but able to keep that momentum up on the top shelf of the speedway as Alex Brewer right now settles down into that third spot. Fedkenauer starting to fall back there in that number 86 machine, and he is falling back like a rock there. Here comes Kyle Moyer down to his inside. Moyer side by side, 3 wide, and Fedkenauer gets the worst end of that one, makes a little bit of contact there with the other number 12 out there That's Gunner in that number 12 machine, who moves up to the 4th spot. Meanwhile, battle for the race lead starting to brew. That number 12 of Gerald Miller. Right now, leading it. Here comes the 99 to his outside Weatherford. The one of Brewer right there knocking on the door. No easy test. These guys are fantastic here tonight. Bradley Wilson out there in the chat box. B. Willie out there. If he doesn't qualify his way in, he probably should come up to the booth with me for the 100-lap main, because his insight would be greatly appreciated here. So we'll see if he listens to me. I'm hoping he qualifies, though. This is a big race here. It'll be big news for Bradley Wilson to qualify into the A main. We would enjoy that thoroughly. So, Bradley, you better do your best, man. As that number 99 of Brandon Weatherford takes over the race lead with Alex Brewer now to second. Unfortunately, Gerald Miller got the short end of that stick, working the bottom side of the speedway. The outside is where it's at right now. As, again, the 12 falling back. Miller now into the clutches of the other number 12, Grenert. Grenert now to the outside. So that number 99 machine definitely showing the way here as we are halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go at the Knoxville Raceway. Heat race number 1, top 2 will transfer on into the A main, the Owls Auto Shootout Series. Race number 1 at the Knoxville Raceway. $300 to the points getter here. And there's all kinds of different sponsors. Miller Media and Design out there giving out some wraps, giving half-off wraps. I mean, he's doing a fantastic job. Always part of the community, too, as we've been looking up and down that. But, again, these guys fighting it out there. So it's going to be a 5-race series, all events 100 laps. So next week we head on over to USA and do 100 laps there too. So that's going to be another hard burner here, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network with the Full Thunder Frenzy Mighty Street Stocks. As here comes Grenner down to the inside of Alex Brewer, trying to take over that second spot. He knows it's way easier to try to make it in here through heat race number 1 and not have to worry about all those cancellation events where there's only going to be 1 car taken from those events. Or 2 cars. We don't know the what's going to go on there. As Barrett Bishop starting to work his way up through too in that number 3 machine. He's already up to the 4th spot. He started deep in the field right around that 9th spot. So again, the Barrett Bishop trying to wheel his way in to the A main here. 2 laps to go here at the Knoxville Raceway here in heat race number 1. It's been Brandon Weatherford, Alex Brewer, and Grenert now as the number 12 of Gerald Miller, who led the opening laps, already back to 7th. So tough break for him. This shows you how fast these guys get as the race goes on. As the white flag comes out, 1 more trip around the speedway for Brandon Weatherford and Alex Brewer right now holding on to the 2 transfer spots, the golden tickets to that A main. Grenner now looking down to the inside. Here comes Barrett Bishop to the outside. Bishop just trying to get another spot better, maybe even to capitalize and get a final transfer spot way up on the top shelf of the speedway. Down through 3 and 4 for the final time. It is going to be Brandon Weatherford taking down heat race number 1. Second going to go to Alex Brewer. Third to Michael Grenner. No, Barrett Bishop going to take third by the whiskers there. So Barrett Bishop, Michael Grenner goes to the Consi. And same way with Barrett Bishop. So those guys going to the Consi. Heat race number 1 in the book. So let's move on down to heat race number 2. Again, top 2 will transfer on here. Heat race, there's going to be 10 cars in this event, so we'll see who's going to have it here. Random draw, guys. There was no qualifying effort here for these guys tonight. Random draw, so it was luck by the pill draw. So we'll jump in to the 3D Racing starting lineup, starting on the pole, driving the number 09 machine. That is Joshua Leely, and to his outside, the City Chevrolet of the number 77. Shitty. Kyle Ramsey in that number 77 machine. Matthew Hargraves rolls off the next row back in car number 70. With Johnny Ratley in the 01 machine rolling off position number 4. Fifth starter sees Bradley P. Wilson in car number 75 to his outside the number 13. That is Jordan Gage. Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot. That is Jonathan Cooper aboard car number 128. And outside of him, that is Stephen Barr in that number 45 machine. Last row on the field will be David Brewer aboard car number 69 and Joshua Thomas aboard car number 10. Rolling off position, or board car number 22 in position number 10. So 10 cars we called for, all 10 cars out there on the Speedway Heat Race number 2. Let us know who you guys are out there rooting for us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You got to have a favorite out there that you're rooting for here this evening. 5 big heat races. Fantastic to see 5 big heat races here tonight. Hopefully you guys have hit that follow button. If not, we'll make sure that follow button comes up here. We've got 2 new followers here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Make sure you guys do follow. We appreciate the follow, guys. As the green flag comes out here, heat race number 2 underway. The 09 of Josh Ely leads the charge down to turn number 1. The 70 down to the inside already. Kyle Ramsey to the outside. Side-by-side battle there with the number 70 of Matthew Hargraves. Hargraves trying to get to that second spot as fast as he can. But again, Kyle Ramsey, that number 77 machine, a bright green and yellow number 77 right there running in the second spot. Remember, folks, the top 2 will transfer on to the A main. The golden tickets will be punched. They don't have to worry about the rest of the evening. They will be in the A main. The rest go to the consolation events here tonight. As the 77 of Kyle Ramsey now works it down to the bottom, trying to get around the 09 of Josh Ely. Slides up in front, not quite clear. But Ramsey has a momentum there, right there through the middle portion of the track. He's going to take down here the next lap here, the 77 of Kyle Ramsey, your new race leader around Josh Ely. Ely now falling back into the clutch, but Ramsey doesn't have the momentum there in the middle there through. Oh, look at contact. Ramsey and Ely make a lot of contact. Ramsey are almost around there. More contact through the rest of the field, and these guys are bouncing off each other like ping pong balls here in heat race number 2. A lot more contact than heat race number 1 saw, as that number 1 machine of Johnny Ratley in that number 1, now your race leader here in heat race number 2. So Ely right now currently running in that second spot, holding on to the final transfer spot. Just over the 70 of Matthew Hargraves. Hargraves looks to the bottom still. The purple, black, green, yellow, pink machine down there in the bottom. That's what I see here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I wonder what Jack sees. Hopefully that's the same car. As you got the other car right to the outside. I believe that's Jordan Gage in that Zero machine, the Bloomquist look-alike car here in the Street Stock Division. And Hargraves gets wrestled up and out of the way. And Bradley Wilson gets into Hargraves, and Bradley Wilson goes around with him. But Wilson keeps it going. It was enough to really mess up a couple spots there for Wilson. So up front, you got Johnny Ratley in the 01 machine. Then you got Josh Ely running second in the final transfer spot. Jordan Gage running third in that 0 machine. And then the 28 machine of Jonathan Cooper. Whoa, some more contact. Ramsey. Just a lot of contact for the 77 machine. And now he's going to fall back even more. He made a little bit of contact there with Jonathan Cooper. As Ratley continues to lead down the back straightaway here in the turn number 3 in that number 1 machine. Ely running in second. Third is the 0 machine of Jordan Gage. Gage starting to catch Ely, though. Ely's going to try so hard to try to hold on to the second spot there in that 09 machine. Oh, a hard slider by the 28 machine. Jonathan Cooper throws her in there pretty deep. Door checks the number 0 machine, and man, that was tough there. As Gage able to hold on, but man, 128, the 28 machine dropping back now. Jonathan Cooper trying to do everything he could to wrestle that third spot away, and yellow flag going to come out here. So we're going to go to a green-white checkered here in the heat races. As Gledhill throws the yellow there, the admin in charge here tonight. So we're going to see our first Milner Medium Design yellow flag of the evening. Looks like the 35 and the 77. Ramsey involved? No? 75. 75 and the 77. All right, the 75 and the 77, Bradley Wilson and the Kyle Ramsey. I was trying to find it myself. That's tough. Tough. So looking down through here, Bradley Wilson goes down to pit road. Looks like he's going to try to repair some of the damage to his machine. Take a sip of ice cold Pepsi Cola. Pepsi, whatever you want to call it tonight. Usually I drink Coca-Cola. Folks, we only got 44 stars out there. Why is that?
Because you call it Pepsi Cola. In Indiana, we just call it Pepsi.
Yeah, we got a few star donations out there as Jack's talking about my mannerisms, I guess. But we have 44 stars out there looking for some more star donations, guys. Don't let us only have 44 here tonight. We appreciate that. It's a star-studded number there. The 44, Tyler Blankenship driving that here this evening. We'll see him in one of these heat races. And the green flag comes back out. Green, white, checkered finish. And, man, this really got these guys all bunched together as the Zero Machine. Oh, Ely! Man, the Zero Machine came up the track, and Ely had no place to go. And, of course, David Brewer getting involved into that one. So now it is Johnny Ratley, excuse me, in the number 1 machine, going to receive the white flag with second place running Josh Ely. It is no longer second place. It is now Jordan Gage. So Gage trying to lock himself in. Kyle Ramsey leaving the service stage left. Not sure what happened to the 77 machine. Think his night is done. Here loaded up on the trailer already here early. With that number 1, Ratley looking off a turn, and number 4 to take down heat race number 2, and his golden ticket to the A main. Second going to go to Jordan Gage, the final ticket to the A main. Josh Ely, David Brewer, Joshua Thomas, Matthew Hargraves, Steve Marr, Bradley Wilson, all going to go to the consolation event. Heat race number 2 in the books. Getting ready, locked and loaded here for heat race number 3. And the 3D racing starting line going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, that is car number 88. That is Kevin Prettyman, and outside of him, the 44 machine, the 044, that is Craig Mercer. Inside row number 2, that's the number 8, that is Jeremy Vaughn. To his outside, Jim Revis, the evil one himself. Grumpy's Garage, number 21, in position number 4. 5th position sees the number 30 machine. That is Jesse Osborne. To his outside, Braden Richards in car number 11. We drop back to 7th spot there. The number 25 machine. That is Henry Jones. And outside him, Steve Clare aboard the car number 97. Shotgun on the field with a horrible pill draw. That's the number 14 machine of Brock Evans. So we called for 9 cars out here. Heat race number 3. Big thank you to all these sponsors here tonight. iRacing iFlag, giving away an iFlag here at the end of this one. Heartland Harley Davidson, Evil One Graphics, Milner Media and Design, and Big Designs, iRacing Dirt Painters, Junk Fabrication, Full Velocity Racing Network, Eric Eichstead and Eichstead Wraps, Grumpy's Garage, Carter Lumber, and BladeNote.com, Simple Web Solutions powered by nerds. Just all the sponsors that have been involved in this, of course, first and foremost, DWRL for putting on the Owls Auto Shootout Series. Hello, William McDaniel. Appreciate it out there. Appreciate you joining us for the first time. Hey, don't forget to follow us there. It's going up on your screen there. Make sure you hit the follow button. Follow us. You'll know every time that we are live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As the iRacing iFlag green flag comes out here for heat race number 3. Top 2 will transfer on into the A main. And Kevin Prettyman, right now your race leader. Look at Jeremy Vaughn go there, trying down to the inside of that 44 machine of Craig Mercer. Mercer right now holding on to the final transfer spot. He's going to waste no time. He goes down to the inside of the 88 machine. Oh, a lot of contact down there. Jeremy Vaughn getting all kinds of sideways in that number 8 machine. Oh, more contact in the back. Lots of contact, and guys getting shoved around back there. Wonder if that's going to bring out a yellow flag here. I think it's going to keep going there, but there was a ton of contact back there. Everybody keeping it in the right direction is now Craig Mercer in the 044 machine.
Here comes
right
the
now,
evil one.
Leader. Here comes the 21 machine, the evil one. Down to the inside. That is Jim Revis. Revis now takes over that second spot. Now looking for the race lead as he goes side by side with Craig Mercer sliding up. Nope, not going to slide up in front. He's going to stay right to the bottom of the speedway and catfish it around the Knoxville Raceway in car number 21. Kyle Jarrett out there saying nice wrap. Braden Richards, so nice wrap. Kyle Jarrett out there. So Jim Revis now takes over the race lead, new race leader over the 44 of Craig Mercer. Jesse Osborne now. Oh, Jeremy Vaughn goes around over there, and I think he'll have a little bit of help on the back straightaway. Jeremy Vaughn around in the knots as he goes to the tail end, and maybe Braden Richards making that little bit of contact there. Not sure if that was Braden or not, but the 21 machine right now showing the field how to get around the Knoxville Raceway as we're going to come up here on 5 laps remaining here. There'll be 5 in and 5 to go off of turn at number 4, so 5 more laps for the 21, the evil one, Jim Revis, trying to lock himself into the first A feature here of this very young season. It's the first race. There's 5 races on this series, so halfway home, 5 in and 5 to go for Jim Revis in that number 21 machine. So it's Revis right now holding on to the top spot with Craig Mercer running in second. He's got some challenges, though, from the number 8 machine, it looks like, of Jesse Osborne. Osborne right now has looked a couple different times to the bottom. He's looked up top. Nothing to be had there for Jesse Osborne. The 97 of Steve Clare has worked his way up to the 4th spot, with Kevin Prettyman running 5th, Braden Richards running 6th. And now Braden looks to the inside, all chrome on that 11 machine. Pretty nice looking car. Kind of like that car. It looks pretty neat there with the reflections off the lights here at Knoxville. As that 21 of Jim Revis just pretty much right now half a second lead over Craig Mercer. Mercer's got a little bit of a lead too over Jesse Osborne. That's a little over half a second too for the number 8 machine. Steve Clare's starting to run these guys down as Popsicle sticks up in the air here in heat race number 3 for Revis and Mercer. But Steve Clare has run down. It looks like the 3rd place car. I don't know if he's going to have enough time though to try to maybe make his way into a transfer spot as we come off a turn at number 4, white flag. One more trip around the Knoxville Raceway here in heat race number 3 for the 21 of Jim Revis. Here comes Steve Clare to the outside, and the 8 of Jesse Osborne looking to the inside of the 44 machine as we come down that back straightaway for the final time. He dives it off into turn at number 3 and off of turn at number 4. He rolls it. That number 21 of Jim Revis going to take down heat race to number 3. Steve Clare to the outside, but it looks like the 44 Greg Mercer going to punch his ticket. Number 97 now going to make sure that he gets into the 3rd spot there, Steve Clare, and then Jesse Osborne going to finish up in that 4th spot.
We got a guess, Todd. And we need to thank Rich Murtaugh for the 500 stars.
Oh, I didn't see Rich Murtaugh out there. I wasn't paying no attention, but Rich Murtaugh, 8-week streak with us here. 500 stars. We appreciate it, Rich, every time you've donated to us, man. I hope you had some fun where you were at the last couple of days, last 3 days. I've been keeping track of you, making sure you made it home alive. I hope you made it home already, but I definitely appreciate everything you do for us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you for the 500 stars. We're going to be a little bit warmer here this evening.
What's going on, Rocky?
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. I'm on my phone, so I wasn't sure.
We're definitely here, getting ready here. It's not normal not to see you out on a track like this, Rocky.
Well, my schedule is a rotating schedule, and I can't commit to it, and so I didn't want to pay to get into something and then couldn't run every week.
That's tough. That does make it tough.
But what an event, man!
Yeah, a lot of cars, big for the street stocks right now. 100 laps though. 100 laps here in Knoxville tonight. 100 laps at USA. It's been 100. It's going to be 100 laps all season, so it's going to be rather interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I might talk to them and see if they'll let me in on my days home and just pay a show-up fee or something like that, and see what I can do. I don't know what all the rules are to it or anything, but I don't know. I might get to run a little bit.
Heat race number 4 already out there on the track. We'll go through it real quickly here. David Blackbird, your pole sitter, with outside of him, Cruz Caudell. Lon Frank's back with us here in car number 10 with Brian Warner to his outside. Daniel Stifler rolling off 5th. Braxton West out there in 6th. Joseph DeBoer in the 14. Josh Peacock and Tyler Silva. Round out your 9 cars as the green flag comes out here. 10 laps will be the distance. 2 more golden tickets will be punched into the A main here tonight.
Well, I'm a little behind. How many heat races do we got tonight, Todd?
5 heat races here tonight. 5 big heat races.
So we had about, what, 50 cars, give or take?
Yeah, just about 50 cars here tonight. A lot of cars out there. You got some well-known names here that run Wednesday night street fights here with us on Wednesday nights. Guys that have run the Gobbler over and over and over. Seen that quite a bit there with the open setups. Guys like Lon Franks making an appearance back. You don't see Lon Franks around as much as you used to, but now he's back here tonight. It's just starting to see star-studded here for the street stocks here this evening.
Don't look now.
Go ahead, Jack.
Don't look now, but Peacock's moved all the way up to 3rd.
Okay, he started 8th, up to 3rd already. Josh Peacock in that number 61 machine.
Yeah, I know Peacock. He had a setup for the Gobbler, and it was a monster setup. So I would not be here to all surprise him at the front of this thing tonight.
Yeah, Josh Peacock did have a great setup. Cards didn't fall his way there in the Gobbler. He did make it in. He was excited about that. I do remember that much there, but that was a long night. But Josh Peacock definitely has a fast setup in the number 61 machine right now, currently running 3rd. But he's got to trace down his teammate Cruz Caudell and the 16 of David Blackbird. Those guys, not too easy guys to pass or even track down for that matter. That's how stacked these heat races are. And even Lon Franks is right there. He's still battling back. He hasn't had a lot of races in the street stocks, but Lon Franks is still right there. Daniel Stifler, too, in that 71 machine.
Yeah, I tell you, Lon's an all-around driver. I'm pretty salty in those trophy trucks, the Pro 2 Light. And, boy, he showed up one night and just waxed me in it. So
I have never raced those.
Oh my God, you got to get on those, Todd. You'll love them.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try them here. I mean, I'm trying more and more each and every time here to try to get my way out of into racing again, and definitely starting to make my way back and do some better things with the cars and the setups here, and watching these guys race out there kind of gives me the itch. But I also like being up in the tower. I know Rich is out here saying that he had a wheel shipped December 8th, said 6 to 8 weeks out. So he's getting close to a wheel out here for Rich. It'd be good to see him out here racing with us too. With definitely, I've seen some footage of him racing. But the 16 of David Blackbird right now, your race leader here with 3 laps to go. Cruz Caudell still running in 2nd. Peacock running in the 3rd spot there. He's got his hands full with Daniel Stifler, the Iceman. The 71 is Lon Franks has dropped back a tad bit. He's out of contention there in the 5th spot there with Braxton West right now in car number 21 as he looks down to the inside of Lon Franks. But man, David Blackbird put on a clinic here with 2 to go.
Yeah, David's one of them guys that, boy, he gets out front. Good luck running him down. He's just tough as nails. He don't really make a whole lot of mistakes.
Yeah, he's like Mr. Smooth out there with the 16 machine. You can see him running very, very consistent laps here. White flag going to come out here with that number 16. For this number 16, I should say, of David Blackbird, Cruz Caudell. Those guys have checked out here on Josh Peacock and the 71 of Daniel Stifler by like 10 car lengths. There is come down the back straightaway. There's Lon Franks now exiting stage left. Not sure what happened there. But as Blackbird comes down here through the corner in that number 16 machine, pulls off of turn number 4, I believe. Yep, that's going to be the checkered flag for David Blackbird. Second going to go Cruz Caudell. Josh Peacock going to be 1 spot out. Daniel Stifler 2 spots out. The rest I'll leave up to the scores. They will all go to the A main. So David Blackbird and Cruz Caudell punch their golden ticket to the A main. So we're going to move on here to heat race number 5. Get through this grid real quick here. Starting on the pole, driving the number 18 machine. That is Richard Green to his outside, driving car number 0. That is Billy Northcott. Inside row number 2, driving the number 71. That's William Hargraves to his outside. Cody Campbell in the number 11 machine. Inside row number 3, driving the number 0 machine, and that is Jory Gotham. And outside him, Jordan Curdy in car number 26. Next row back is the 1-4-2 of Taylor Frost with Steve Rentunes, and then number 78 rolling to his outside. Shotgun on the field, Mr. Ty BTV himself. That is Tyler Blankenship rolling off position number 9. Horrible pill draw for Mr. Ty BTV, Tyler Blankenship. Some cars blinking here, but a lot of good competitors here. And man, Tyler Blankenship just doesn't ever have luck in these pill draws. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah, Tyler's one of them guys that, if it wasn't for bad luck, I don't think he'd have any luck at all.
Yeah, looking pretty good. I mean, Ty BTV, if you haven't checked out his stream, man, it's that rig is just, man, I wish I had the money for that rig. That would be fantastic. It'd be awesome. Yeah, he's got two of them.
I just want the money to go to his house and drive on it.
Yeah, that'd be good. Just to have that experience.
Yeah.
He's got some sim rig going on there.
After running VR now, I don't know if I could run a monitor anymore.
Yeah, VR is definitely interesting there. As the green flag comes out here. 5th and final heat race of the evening. 2 more golden tickets will be punched on in here to the main. And the number 18 of Richard Green leading them down here, down the back straightaway with the number 71 of William Hargraves already to the second spot. He was able to get around Billy Northcott in that number 0 machine. Nice looking car there, the 0 of Northcott looking to the outside. Now here comes William Hargraves down to the inside, not wasting any time. He's getting around that number 18 machine. 18 machine of Richard Green now bobbling it up there is the 71 of Hargraves. Now looks down to the inside, takes over that top spot. There's the Hargraves, and now it's Richard Green. Green going to become under assault now from Northcott and Cody Campbell. Campbell right now looking to the bottom too. We'll see if he's going to be able to do anything. As the 18 just all over the track, losing the rear end out from underneath the car. And he's going to lose that transfer spot. Now it's between Billy Northcott and Cody Campbell. So Hargraves, your race leader in the number 71, just starting to pull away. I know his I rating right up there with 5,381. So William Hargraves definitely a guy that I've seen up front in some of the iRacing official races. More so, I've seen him. I don't know. I don't see him a lot in the street stocks, Rocky. I think I see him in the bigger classes, though.
I see a lot of William, and there's another one, and I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but I see him a lot in officials, and he's usually right up front. I mean, usually me and him battling whenever we run official together.
Yeah, battling it out there, and it's Hargraves right now going to get 5 laps to go, 5 in and 5 to go there. Halfway home for William Hargraves is the number 11 machine running in second right now, Cody Campbell. But here comes Billy Northcott to the outside again. Northcott trying to get around him here down that back straightaway. As this has been a pretty good battle. Don't look now. Here comes Taylor Frost in the 142 machine. Frost started deep on the field too. Currently running in the 4th spot, so he's within earshot right now of a transfer spot. How hard is Frost going to run it here? DTJ number 142.
You know, there's a name I haven't really heard in a while. Is Taylor Frost. It seemed like he had really gotten up to the top echelon of these cars, and then all of a sudden he just like didn't race anymore. So
yeah, he did disappear
for a while.
Yeah, I haven't heard his name in quite a while called, and now I'm calling it here. Taylor Frost coming back out, maybe of a semi-retirement, maybe had some things going on with the 142 machine. Currently running in that 4th spot.
So is this a 24-car feature event, Todd? Oh.
Not 100% positive. Well, it's William Hargraves right now having 2 laps to go around the Knoxville Raceway in that number 71 machine. So Hargraves has been dominant here in heat race number 5. Cody Campbell running in at second spot. Billy Northcutt running in third. As now Northcutt now goes to the outside. They're going to battle it out here as the white flag comes out. One more trip around. Is it going to be Northcutt or is it going to be Campbell in that number 11 machine to take down the final transfer spot? Northcutt really rim riding around the outside with Campbell down to the inside, just trying to kind of follow Hargraves. We know Hargraves is going to take down the victory. It's going to be a drag race for second. Northcutt's going to get him at the line. Billy Northcutt over Cody Campbell, then Taylor Frost, Richard Green. Tyler Blankenship with a good run all the way up to 6th spot there in the 44 machine. So started 9th. He picked up 3 spots. That's pretty good there. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen here. So we're going to bowl on in here to the C main. Man, so many people in this C main. Let's see what they're going to take here from the C main. Looks like they're going to take 7 cars from the C main. Yes, 24 car feature. You're correct there, Rocky.
Okay.
So 11 people are going home out of this?
Yeah, 11 people will be going home out of this consolation event.
No pressure, right?
No pressures. We have 44 viewers out there. No pressure at all. But starting on the pole, driving the number 3 machine, that is Barrett Bishop. It is outside. That is Steve Clare aboard car number 97. Inside row number 2, that's Cody Campbell, which we just saw there in car number 11. To his outside, David Brewer in car 69. The 71 of Daniel Stifler rolls off position number 5. To his outside, Kyle Moyer aboard the other number 11. Lots of 11s here. Braden Richards, another 11 out there, rolling off position number 7. Outside of him, that is Richard Green in car number 18. We roll on back to row number 5. That sees the number 70 of Matthew Hargraves and Tyler Silva aboard car number 17. The Goodrich number 17 going to roll off position number 10. Gerald Miller in that number 0 Miller in that number 012 going to roll off 11th with Henry Jones to his outside in car number 25. Jordy Gotham in that number 39 machine, actually the 0, going to roll off position 13 with Bradley P. Wilson in car number 75, going to roll away 14th. Joseph DeMoyer in that number 14 machine, going to roll away position number 15 with Ryan Bronson to his outside. Jeremy Vaughn and Steven Radunes round out your field here, 18 cars strong. 7 will make it on in to the main. The rest will go home here this evening, and it's going to be a short night for those guys. But, man, they're going to have to come back and try it again next week, because the more points you can get inside that top 15, you can earn some money back at the end of the season. So points do make a difference. So we'll see what's going to go on there. As like I said, 5 big heat races here tonight. C main, there will be 14 laps, I believe it is. 14 laps. Kind of odd there. 14 lap heat race, or C main race, I should say. As we get locked and loaded here. iRacing on flag. Green flag is out. And no one other than Barrett Bishop leading the charge down into turn number 1. And we had no surprise. There's, Steve Clare around. Lots of cars involved over there. We have a pile up. We're going to stack them up over in 1 and 2.
That's my buddy Steve that shares the number with me, man. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, they were stacked up over there. It looked like they may have had a little bit of help there, Steve Clare. And David Brewer got into the back bumper of that number 97 machine. Not a whole heck of a lot, but enough. The 97 was sideways, and the 69 finished him off. So the 97 was already sideways, but then Kyle Moyer involved, Bradley Wilson involved, the 70 of Matthew Hargraves involved. There was a lot of cars involved in that one. So yellow flag at number 1. Going to come out here for the Milner Media and Design as the instant replay brought to you in part by J-Max Journey. J-Max Strong. Visit them over there, J-Max Strong, or hashtag J-Max, and definitely visit his stream out there. Sometimes we share it on Full Velocity Race Network. It's an awesome stream, I'll tell you what, folks. So this is the Al's Auto Shootout Series, race number 1 at the Knoxville Raceway. We're in the C main. 7 cars will make it on here into the A main. And we've got to thank our sponsors once again here tonight for the Al's Auto Shootout Series. We've got to thank DWRL first and foremost, iRacingIFlag.com. If you don't have an iFlag, you're not a step above the competition. You might as well keep that on the trailer. Heartland Harley-Davidson out of Burlington, Iowa, www.heartlandhd.com. Also, big thank you to Evil One Graphics, Milner Media and Design, Big Design, iRacing Dirt Painters, Junk Fabrication, Full Velocity Racing Network, Eichstad Wraps, BladeNote.com, Simple Web Solutions powered by Nerds, Carter Lumber, Grumpy's Garage, and of course, the main sponsor, Al's Auto, big sponsor here for the Shootout Series. Thank you guys so much. We can't do it without sponsorships here. So you'll see them scrolling always down in the left-hand corner, all the sponsorships that we have. Again, star donations, folks. If you have those, send them our way. We have Rich Murtaugh right now with 500 stars. I see we have some non-followers out there, 16 non-followers right now. So, guys, hey, do us a favor and become a follower of the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're trying to make it our way to that 10,000 followers. We'll give something away at 10,000. Once we get to 10,000, we will definitely give something away. Not sure what. We got to talk. Jack and I got to talk, but we will definitely give something away. We could give Phil's Jello, maybe an icicle. I don't know. As the iRacing flag, green flag comes out. Yeah, we need some gloves. We need them star donations to keep rolling in here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And this is going to be a hard-fought battle here in the C main between all these guys that are really rocking and rolling out there. I know Rocky gets to kind of see it in the delayed reaction there, Rocky. But man, this is a star-studded field here for C main.
Yeah, I mean, when you're only taking two out of the E races, it's you're going to have a monster consolation race, and that's kind of what you want here. Some of the best guys in there, a little more track time.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more track time. Something going on there. Jack making the oh sound, so that's cool.
Jack, you okay?
17 going around. That is Tyler Silva. Yeah, Steve Clare having some bad luck, Rocky. I think some of the bad luck rubbed off on Steve Clare.
Surprisingly, I've had pretty good luck here lately. So,
I think that's who you gave it to, though.
Have all that bad luck. I think I can handle.
Yeah. Said Tyler Silva around there. The good Reg Plus number 17 machine.
Hey, Jack, can we see that from the chase cam?
Whew.
Yeah, I'm on a delay. There we go.
So 51 viewers out there, appreciate you tuning into the Full Velocity Race Network. Like I said, if you have not, follow us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Make sure you do so.
Oh no, network.
As it picked a fine time to leave me here. Definitely the headset's starting to die already. Kind of stupid. I think it's time to buy a new headset. Yeah, time to buy a new headset.
I got 4 stars in the bank. Will that help it?
It might help if you would charge it, every once in a while instead of waiting until it dies.
Oh, it was dead. It was dead earlier. I charged it for freaking 3 hours.
Okay, then you need a new one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But Jeff Brown had it for a while now. I've had it. I'm sure it's had its heyday. It's a nice headset though. Yellow, bright yellow. I need an orange headset though.
Mine's black, just like yours, but black.
Rocky Batfield with 97 stars out there. Thank you, Rocky.
That was for Steve Clare.
Steve Clare, all the luck there. 97 stars. He's gonna need some NOS. Richard Green and getting in the longest line penalty for that one. So right now, your 7 cars are Barra Bishop, Cody Campbell, Braden Richards, Daniel Stifler, Gerald Miller, David Brewer, and Jeremy Vaughn. Right now, your final transfer in. It's an interesting name to be transferring in. See if Jeremy can make it in here through this constellation event. 3 laps will remain. As we get the green flag here, I think it's going to be green, white, and checkered finish here. And they're going to be battling out, don't you worry. Folks, at number 6, Ryan Bronson now taking, oh, more contact. Looks like Brayton Richards going back there. So Brayton Richards falls right back into the middle of the bee's nest.
He was sitting third, wasn't he?
He was sitting third. Killer bees, I'm going to tell you right now. Everybody taking advantage of what's going on out there. The white flag comes out. Bear Bishop, your race leader here, down through turns 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. It's the number 3 of Bear Bishop. Cody Campbell running in second. Daniel Stifler running third. David Brewer fourth. As they come off a turn, number 4, it's going to be Bear Bishop taking down the C main. Second going to go to Cody Campbell. Daniel Stifler for 3. David Brewer for 4. Gerald Miller for 5. Ryan Bronson for 6. And hey, Jeremy Vaughn makes it in. Jeremy Vaughn in the number 8 machine makes it in there. Brayden Richards don't qualify. Kyle Moyer. Wow. Steve Clare. Man. Lots of people not qualifying for that one.
Got some monsters going home tonight.
Yeah. Definitely a bad way to start the 5-race season here. So as we get ready here.
Vaughn, I believe he's a real-life racer out of Fort Smith.
Yeah,
I think he's good buddies with Bradley P.
He is definitely good buddies with Bradley P. So as we get ready here for the B main, starting on the pole, it was scheduled to be Josh Ely, but Ely left. I'm not sure if he's going to even show up here. So that's tough to give up a spot like that. We'll see if Ely did make his way back in here, but I don't think he did. The 61 and Josh Peacock going to start to his outside. Michael Grenner in that number 12 machine going to roll away in position number 3 with Jesse Osborne in 4th. Then you have 5th, Taylor Frost. Taylor Frost in the 5th spot. 6th will be Joshua Thomas in car number 22. Braxton West, who keeps blinking in and out in that number 21 machine, going to roll away 7th with Derek Fredkenauer rolling away 8th in that number 86. Kevin Prettyman in car number 88 going to roll away 9th with Ty BTV. Tyler Blankenship in car number 44 going to roll away position number 10. 11th will be Stephen Barr number 45 with Brian Warner in car number 20 and 12th. Brandon Marlowe running 13th. 14th will be Brock Evans. Jordan Curdy going to be 15th. Kyle Ramsey and Lon Franks already left the server. Same way with Jonathan Cooper. So we had 4 guys leave the server already. John Kennedy going to start scratch on the field here, 16th position. So no Ely out there to take down anything. So Josh Ely left the server already. So tough break for Josh Ely. So 7 more cars will punch their golden ticket in. Here to the A main. I think Ely showed up on pit road. Oh, a tough break for Josh Ely.
He
must have missed the start. Woof. Guys already angry in the server.
Unless you miss the start.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one. Man, guys already unhappy out there. Guys are not happy with each other, thinking they're turning each other, but definitely already not happy. The iRacing I flag, green flag going to come out here off a turn at number 4. So it was number 12 of Brenner and the 61 of Peacock. Peacock goes to the outside here. 14 laps will be the distance here in the B main. The final 7 cars will punch their golden ticket on in to tonight's A main. 100 laps will be the A main distance here. So we have 14 laps to decide this one, maybe 13 laps. 7 more cars. So we'll see who's going to make it on in here as Grenner in that number 12 machine. Grenner, gonna come off a turn at number 4 down that front straightaway. Lead lap number 1. Yellow flag gonna come out immediately here. That's the break I think Ely needed there in the 09. 1 lap complete, but he's out on the. Yeah, so now he's gonna have to work his way all the way up to 7th the hard way. He had a pull spot too. That's tough.
He picked a bad time to go to the bathroom, I guess.
Maybe he wants to go take a shot. You never know.
Well, at least he wasn't doing what you announced earlier.
What was that?
With your, you had a little Freudian slip earlier in the broadcast, didn't you?
Yeah, just a little bit. What's going to happen there is the guys going around here.
I don't know if 51 caught that berm and it shot him up or what happened. Jack, it's on you because I'm on a delay. Yeah, you got cars in the back right now trying to scrap for every inch of track, and nobody's wanting to give any space right now. I'm like watching the Gobbler again. So Jack, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
No, I quit making them years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, just a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because they last about a week, and then I'm like, yeah, screw this.
I think you can hear me still.
There you are.
Well, I had a phone call I had to take.
We figured your headset died.
No, I had a phone call I had to take.
We were talking about New Year's resolutions. You make any?
I would like to get to 180 pounds again. How's that
We
sound?
said resolutions, not miracles.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what, you're only 70 away?
Try 140 away.
140 away. Woo!
Yeah, I weigh 320 now. I want to be back to my high school trip, man.
Yeah, I was 160 in high school, and I'm not that anymore.
I'd love to get back to that trip. I know there's a lot of everybody out there that probably love to get back to their high school trip.
I'd like to get within 30 pounds of high school.
That would be great. I think I would be happy with that.
Hey, I went healthy tonight. I went healthy tonight. I went and got some fish at Long John Silver's.
Sounds good though, fish.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Are you guys allowed to go fishing?
Yeah, down by the river we are. Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes we catch some free-eyed fish.
Yeah.
But they don't taste any different.
No. They may screw us up later in life. Hey, they take out the bad years. The green flag comes back out.
That's like one of the fish off The Simpsons, huh?
Yeah, they're bad fish. They don't taste any worse. When you're hungry, you'll eat anything. For the most part.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if I guess you got a couple of little pieces of wood to cook it on. You're good to go.
I think Jack already done burn all that. We haven't had enough stars. Yeah.
I burn everything. If it's burnable, it's gone.
He took my driftwood because I couldn't sell it. He took my driftwood that somebody could use for a fish tank, and burnt it.
Yeah. heard Glenhill talking about that the other night.
Yeah.
He burned his axe handle.
Yeah, definitely burned his axe handle as we're racing here down the back straightaway here. 3 laps to go in the B main. We haven't covered a lot of this, but Grunner running in is the top spot there with Taylor Frost for 2. Josh Peacock 3, Josh Thomas in 4th. Jesse Osborne in 5th, and 6th is Tyler Blankenship. Blankenship starting to roll in that number 44 machine, trying to make his A main presence there for 44. As the A goes, contact behind him. I think Jordan Curdy involved in that one. A lot of contact back there, and yellow flags didn't come out. We're going to do a green-white checkered.
And I'm just curious, where's Ely at?
Josh Ely running in 12th.
He's still got some work to do.
Yeah. So right now, we have Michael Grunner, Taylor Frost, Josh Peacock, Josh Thomas, Tyler Blankenship, Jesse Osborne, and Braxton West. Your 7 cars that make it in. These guys are the ones that are out. Tell me if any of these surprise you, Rocky. Brock Evans, Kevin Prettyman, Derek Fedkenhauer, John Kennedy, Josh Ely, Jordan Curdy, then you have Stephen Barr, Brian Warner, and Brandon Marlaw.
There's about 4 guys in there that really surprise. That Fed's usually just tough as nails here. The fact that he's not in the show right now, that shows you how tough this thing is. And then Ely, he started in the back. I think he would have made it had he got to start where he was supposed to. But Fed, he's one of those guys I always kind of root for. I just always liked racing with Fedkenhauer. He's a good dude. Did we lose him again?
No, I was listening to you.
Okay.
I was listening to you explain things. Did you not want me to give you any time, Rocky?
Oh, no. I quit talking, and I kind of expected you to take over, and it was dead silent.
I was listening to you. I figured you were still trying to think about that one. So we're almost done here with the B main here. The 7 final golden tickets to be punched there to get into the A main. So we'll see what's going to happen here. As the green flag comes back out, green and white checkered finish, and hopefully we get them all in here. As here comes the 61, Josh Peacock down the inside. Oh, man, Tyler Blankenship throwing it in real hard. Oh, he gets contact made with him there. Tyler Blankenship now bottled all up there in that 44 machine. All 3 wide now. Man, that could have been costly there. It's now the 21 beating on the Blankenship. Blankenship in that 44 machine needs to be able to hold on here. 7 spots will make it in, and man, there's the 100 pack of wolves right behind them. And man, it's Josh Ely, Derek Fedkenhauer, those guys all right there to not. Michael Grunner and Taylor Frost, Josh Peacock, those guys are checked out. But Tyler Blankenship on back, this has not been decided yet. Down through 3 and 4 for the final time. Michael Grunner going to take down the victory. Taylor Frost for 2. For 3 is going to be Josh Peacock. Tyler Blankenship going to qualify in. Josh Thomas, Braxton West, and Josh Ely takes the, oh no, Derek Fedkenhauer takes the final spot.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was Ely, but it was actually Fedkenhauer at the line. Woo!
Did Ty B make it? I missed
Ty
that
B
part.
made it. Yeah, he finished 4th.
Good for him. Good deal.
Okay. As we're getting ready now to send things down a trackside for the playing of the national anthem by Dirty Grass Soul and Kevin Tedman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Back to the Full Velocity Racing Network 24 car field here for tonight's Al's Auto Shootout Series at the Knoxville Raceway. Race number 1 and the 3D Racing starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 99 machine. That is Brandon Weatherford to his outside. That'll be car number 1. That's Johnny Ratley. Inside row number 2 in the third starting spot, driving the Evil One Graphics. The Grumpy's Garage number 21. That is Jim Revis to his outside. From DWRL, that is David Blackburn. Inside row number 3 in the fifth starting spot, driving the number 71. That is William Hargraves to his outside. The Heartland Harley-Davidson number 1. That is Alex Brewer. Inside row number 4 in the seventh starting spot, driving the number 0 machine here tonight. That is Jordan Gage with Craig Mercer in the 044. Pulling off position number 8. Ninth starter will be the number 55, Cruise Control, Cruz Caudell. And outside of him, the number 0 machine, the other 0 out on the field, that is Billy Northcutt. Inside row number 5 in the 11th starting spot is Fireworks going off in the background. That is Barrett Bishop and Michael Grunner to his outside in car number 12. Cody Campbell aboard car number 11, going to start in 13th starting spot with the 14th starter, the 142 of Taylor Frost. The Iceman Daniel Stifler going to roll away 15th with Josh Peacock, the Harris Hustler 16th. David Brewer 17th, Ty BTV, Tyler Blankenship in the 18th spot. 19th will be Gerald Miller, Joshua Thomas in 20th. 21st will be Ryan Bronson, Braxton West, Jeremy Vaughn, and Derek Fedkinauer round out your 24 car field here at the Knoxville Raceway. The field is restacked, they are repacked, and race fans, we're going to ask you one question off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be? 100 laps is the distance here at the Knoxville Raceway. They're already sideways into the corner. It is the number 99 of Brandon Weatherford. Right now, your race leader, and man, these guys are already pretty hungry with one another, already going 3 wide, 4 wide at times, as they're making a lot of contact. That's the greatest thing about full frienders. They can rub on one another and not hopefully break off a wheel or two. It's these guys are doing a fantastic job as they pull down here as lap number 1 complete with Brandon Weatherford, your race leader. As the yellow flag going to fly here for the very first time here of the evening, at least in the feature event, I should say. Should be the third time of the evening. It is going to be a yellow flag out there from Milner Media and Design. Yellow flag again. A great time just to thank the sponsors here that made this magic happen as we get ready for the J-Max Journey, J-Max Strong Instant Replay. Well, a big thank you goes out to these sponsors: DWRL, iRacingIFlag.com, Hartley and Harley Davidson, Evil One Graphics, Milner Media and Design, Big Design, iRacing Dirt Painters, Junk Fabrications, Full Velocity Racing Network, Eichstead Wraps, BladeNote.com, Simple Web Solutions powered by Nerds, Carter Lumber, Grumpy's Garage, and the biggest sponsor here of them all, Al's Auto for the Shootout Series. So we had a little bit of carnage there. Not sure how much carnage we had. Jack getting there with the instant replay. I definitely hope. The replay there. He done showed it twice while I was going through the sponsors. I think
right now, son.
I think somebody's joined me.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, come in here right as you're listing off sponsors, and good lord, you got everything but the windshield sold, and I have the feeling that's reserved for Fig Newton.
Yeah, it's reserved for Fig Newton. It's I don't know.
Oh, it's Bradley B. Wilson tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was it out there tonight? I know you got the car out there, but how was the track and stuff? Was that that good?
The track was racy. There's definitely a lot of grooves. You know, it's definitely intense, I guess would be the right word. Everybody trying to, you know, especially in a B main. We got unfortunate, got caught up in a wreck. But you know, it's intense. Everybody's trying to make the first show of this great series that's being put on, and 100 lap series is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely going to be fun to watch. We're going to see who's going to come out on top. A lot of guys I'm not familiar with in this race here tonight, but there is a lot of guys I am familiar with as we get the iRacing iFlag green flag here over the field, the number 99 of Brandon Weatherford. I've never talked about him before, but right now your race leader, or the one of Johnny Ratley, those guys going at it right there. David Blackbird, Jim Revis there, Alex Brewer. Those guys I know. The top two right now, I don't know a lot about them, but man, they're putting on a whale of a show here this evening.
You know, that's a great thing about a race like this. You know, it was open to everybody, even outside of the DWRL. So you're going to get some names, get familiar with some names that you might not have known. And if you're out there watching, you may have a favorite driver by the end of this thing.
And if you don't have a favorite driver, man, you ought to search through and try to pick a favorite driver. Some of these guys had a lot of adversity through the heat races, making their way back up through. Guys not making some efforts there, able to make their way in through the B main and the C main for that matter. But those were really tough to get through. I know, Bradley, you were out there racing in one of them. How cool was it, Jeremy Vaughn? I know you guys get together quite a bit, but Jeremy Vaughn able to make it into this show. How excited was he?
Oh, he was excited. I think, you know, we were all more excited for him than, you know, he was plenty excited, but I think we were just as excited for him. It's great to see him. You know, me and Jeremy have been friends for a long time, since about the second grade now. I'm 34 years old. I've pit crewed for him in real life. We've been best friends since the second grade. To see him finally find some success on the iRacing side is pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with it, man. He talks a little bit, but he's a man of few words out of the group of guys that you brought over to Bulletproof. I'm going to tell you. He might talk about a lot to you, but man, he's a little bit more quiet around the whole group of people. But definitely good to see him make it and have success there. Tyler Blankenship having some success making it. Oh, there goes Tyler Blankenship into the 12 machine. We have
the spectator's curse, I believe, was no more real than it just happened. Like, I wasn't a full believer in it until just now. Good lord.
I was starting to talk about Tyler Blankenship, and Grunner goes around right in front of the field there. And there is Tyler Blankenship just hauled off, teed off on. Oh.
They have a quick repair, Bradley?
Yeah, we had two in the last chances, so I'm sure they've got at least one here. Oh, you'd have two. You can't make that race to race. So yeah, they've got two of them.
All right, we're a few laps into this now. Let's go ahead and pick a driver, Todd. You can't say the winner or the guy who finishes first. You got to pick a car. This thing on? Hello?
Oh yeah.
I guess I hit the wrong button. Barrett Bishop. I'm going with Barrett.
Barrett Bishop. What you got, Bradley?
The last time I picked this man, I got blamed for cursing him, but I'm gonna pick him from deep, bud. He's got a fast hot rod. It's gonna have to be my bulletproof teammate, Josh Peacock.
Ooh, that's who I was gonna pick. Actually, both guys would have been my top 2 picks there.
Guess what? You let us go before you.
I'm going with Alex Brewer.
You're going with who?
Alex Brewer.
That was my 3rd pick.
Hey, if you're looking, Rocky, if you're looking for a little inside better information, Cruz Caudell in that 55 car, he's not a bad pick either. That kid's been getting faster and faster, and
Oh
you know,
yeah,
he's ready to break through for a win anytime.
I'm gonna pick somebody you guys probably don't know very well, but I have raced with him quite a bit in the past. That's Johnny. Is it Ratley? Johnny Ratley. Yeah.
Yep. Of course, he would pick the guy who's leading right now.
Yeah, the guy that's leading.
Is he leading?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay, I thought. In all honesty, I'm not watching the race. I knew he was starting up front, and I do know he's pretty quick. We'll see how he does over 100 laps, though.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this battle for second and third right here, boys. Alex Brewer just tried to shut the door on Blackbird. Blackbird kicked it back off the hinges. Ain't having none of it here in the early going.
Yeah, he waylaid that door, and Blackbird's just not going to give up that spot on the bottom right now. And here comes William Hargraves into the fray too, because the door was wide open because it was that big of a gap, as you said, Bradley. Huge gap, and here comes William Hargraves to pounce on Alex Brewer. Oh, I thought they were going to wreck. Oh, Ratley! Get all kinds of out of shape there.
I'm telling you, this track right now, it's getting racier and racier by the minute. There's going to be the slider line that comes in as always. The top side is, the more people that run the top, you're going to get that big cushion built up. And then the bottom, I had it set up for the bottom. That's where I was going to, if I made the show, that's where we're going to run, because we ran I went back to the Prelude when we ran the Prelude to the Gobbler here, and I found a lot of success on the bottom, and I think it's going to be interesting as the race goes on, especially.
Yeah, Knoxville, man, it's just one of those tracks you can run anywhere, and if your car's set up for it, you're going to be fast. I mean, it's that Knoxville with these cars, I don't think there's a better combination.
I don't think so either. Is that 99 starting to pound down the outside wall? Weatherford, who led a couple laps there, now falling back into the clutches at number 71 of William Hargraves. Hargraves and all these guys pretty much down to the bottom. And this track, like you guys are talking, this goes through a lot of transition. It goes from bottom to top to middle to bottom. It could be anywhere. You could search around there. It starts slickening off, and then you see this multi-groove, multi-faceted thing kind of ordeal. As you're watching Barrett Bishop really take it to the outside, you can see the grooves forming in the racetrack.
Peacock.
Well, let's go on board with the number 61, the Harris Hustler, Josh Peacock. Josh doing a fantastic job trying to cut his way up through here right now, currently running in the 11th spot. We need a sponsor for the onboard camera. Still looking for a sponsor for the onboard camera here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We show it as much as we can here, and we'll let the sponsor know, hey, you can do 6 months, you can do a year. Just get a hold of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, and your name to be on one of the most prestigious broadcasts around the Full Velocity Racing Network. Open to see some other guys make their way on in here to the chat box. We're kind of quiet. We did our picks. Chat box. You guys can't be out there saying nothing. We don't like the silent stuff. We don't like the silent treatment. Who you got out there? Let us know who you pick. Just give us a car number. Give us a person. Somebody that's out there running. Who do you think is going to take down this big win here? I know it's early. 85 laps to go. But we want to see some talking in that chat box. Hey, I think so too. I want to see some slamming each other in that chat box. Get that chat box lively.
Good Lord.
Lively.
Top rope
lively.
or what?
What's that?
You want to see somebody come off the top rope or what?
Yeah. Bam, top
You're
rope.
instigating violence out in the chat, bro.
Woo!
Hey, I do want to take a second and say a special thanks to one lady that's out in the chat. I don't know if she still is. She might be. She's a big Jeremy Vaughn fan too. But my mama was out there earlier, so I saw her commenting. So sorry we didn't make this one for you, Mom. But you know, always next week.
DJ out there.
Wilson?
DJ saying you're going to win. I don't
Yeah.
think he's up to date.
Hey, I don't think he is either.
Hey,
winning
hit the
him.
lo- I
Yeah.
think he's been drinking too much. He's in the sauce again.
One person that is winning right now is Johnny Ratley. The pick of Rocky Battenfield leads David Blackburn, William Hargraves. That's 1, 2, 3. And those three have kind of checked out on the field, although Bishop's found the bottom now. He starts to try to work around Alex Brewer.
Yeah, Barrett Bishop down to the inside. John Kennedy going for the 61P also there, Josh Peacock. So that's going to be, like you said, Bradley, you got John on board with you. Nobody else is on board with anybody else, so.
Yeah, I hope we didn't give him the commentator's curse. Like I said, you know, I picked him last time and he told me I cursed him, but I figured, you know, you pick him enough, you got to find success every once in a while.
Yeah, you see what happens to Tyler Blankenship when you talk about him.
Yeah.
How's my good buddy Grumpy doing?
Right now, Grumpy is running
Ripping the lip. He was ripping the lip through 1 and 2 that time.
9th.
Fixing to come under fire from Josh Peacock.
Yeah, Peacock's rolling that bottom right now.
Oh, Peacock, he's going to be there at the end, I promise. He's set up for this long run at Knoxville. I know in all them races we did for the Gobbler, all them practice races, he was top 3 just about every race.
You know, the funny thing is, during the heat races, we were all talking about where our draws were, and I had a decent one, just had bad circumstances, but a few of us started in the back, and Peacock had to start, I think, in the very back, and
He did, yep.
you know, the amount of calm and, you know, oh well, we'll get there.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
if he's got anything like I do with these pill draws, you can bet your tail he's going to start in the back.
It's not true.
Well,
I've seen Rocky Battenfield start in the front of a few modified heats.
If I'm not in Bradley P. Wilson's server, I'm starting in the back. You can almost guarantee. Or if he don't show up.
There you go.
So just to go over some of these things, guys, that a lot of didn't get to mention earlier here for this Al's Auto Shootout Series. Again, there is a payout here. Everybody had to pay $20 to enter, which is great. $300 at the end of the point season. This is where all the money's going to go. $300 for first, $150 for second. Third is $100. Fourth is $85, $75, $65, $55, $45, $35, $30, $25 on back to 14th, and then 15th, $20. If you can keep up with that one and repeat that to folks, hey, I'll give you a full velocity racing hat if you could repeat it just as fast as I just did there. But
Hey,
so
I'm still waiting on my full velocity T-shirt from like the spring.
are you still a supporter?
I
No,
think so. Am I not?
no.
Oh, I didn't cancel it.
Well, you must. Somebody must have canceled it then. Maybe somebody was mad at you.
Oh,
I need a hat or a
No.
T-shirt or something. I was trying to make my way from the pits up here to the booth, and I had some people staring at me like I didn't belong, shouldn't be here.
Well, we're making
No, I had-
up some new ones right now, actually, in the process of.
yeah, I had to switch bank cards is what happened.
Ah, see,
Remember
see.
now?
Now you're not
Yeah,
a
my
supporter
wife-
anymore.
My wife called in and told my bank that somebody had charged something to my card that wasn't true, and it turned out I was the one that did it, but they went ahead and canceled the card and sent me a new one.
Yeah, that's tough as we're watching these guys go at it here. But Milner Media Design gets one wrap there, one wrap to the winner of the points. All the way back through here, third, they all get a wrap free of Milner Media Design. Also half off wraps for fourth and fifth there for Milner Media Design. And then for first on back, it looks to fourth, they get a free T-shirt from Heartland Harley Davidson and a trophy from Junk Fabrications for the winner too. So a lot of cool prizes in this. That's why everybody wanted to spend that $20, hey, to have that chance to win some of this stuff.
Hey, I didn't want to interrupt you now, boys, but new leader out of turn 2 for the moment. Looks like Radley's going to fight back on the outside, but how about this? Lap traffic. They've already caught one lap car. Looks like Michael Greener. But these guys jockeying up. It could get interesting here with the lap cars. Caution on the speedway. I believe it's Blankenship, 1 and 2.
Oh, Tyler Blankenship. And he's not having any luck either. Again, let's see what happened to him. Was it? Oh, it was the meeting of the 44s. Who was the better 44 over there?
I'd say the one that didn't spin around.
Yeah, they both spun around though.
Yeah, they did. I just saw the replay. Ouch.
You know, another interesting factor, Todd, as we talk about this race, and as you get further into it, caution laps, I don't know if they're not counting for the A. I know they weren't counting for the B main. And
Yeah, they're not counting.
Oh, see, they did count for the B mains. And so that took my talking point out of it. Nonetheless, though, if you're watching this series going forward, you know, through the B mains, caution laps don't count. Admin cautions coming on. It's going to be kind of interesting as this series goes on. You know, that could definitely keep a front runner out if they find themselves in a hole early. So, but yeah, with them not counting here, kind of took away my talking point. I saw it roll over to 30 when they crossed the line on my lap monitor, and then it went back to 29.
Yeah, it's and that'll be a really lengthy race next week at USA.
You know, I believe everybody's kind of set for it.
Yeah, if you run out of fuel, that's just because you didn't put enough in. I mean, you can put enough to. I think you can go about 300 laps around USA if you need to.
I don't know anything about it. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
That's good to have you up here. Because I don't know either. I ran out of fuel a lot. So green flag comes back out here, lap number 29 of 100 up on the board. Going to complete lap 30 this time around. But Johnny Ratley definitely had a really good start in that number one.
Ratley got a good start, but another man who got a great start is Barrett Bishop. He railed the top through 1 and 2. Going to do it through 3 and 4 once again. I mean, Blackberg and Hargraves down below him. Barrett, one of the... Oh, contact a little bit. Ran out of room there, Blackberg and Barrett. That's the tough part about running that top line is, you know, coming off the corners, especially here. This track's so wide, it seems like, in the corners, and then when you come out of the corner, it can narrow up real quick on you.
Yeah, and the Barrett Bishop right now riding that wall up against that wall. I mean, it's just riding the wall up against the wall. Yep. I need to go back to school here tonight. I need another beverage.
That's an excellent place to ride the wall, isn't it?
Right up against, yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I need another freaking Bush beer. That's what I'm gonna go grab. Bush.
Blackberg gonna throw a little bit of a slider action, try to stop the momentum of Barrett Bishop off of turn 4. Now Blackberg, look at that, Blackberg back to the high side. Barrett, they're gonna do a little roll swap here. Blackberg gonna see if he can get the high side rolling. But it's kind of what you expect to see here. It was up at the top, and now everybody's kind of ventured back slider line. And if you've really got it hooked up, like I'm talking Rocky Battenfield hooked up, you can run the bottom.
Yeah, buddy.
Man, these guys really
run that bottom. It has nothing to do with the set. It's all about the driver.
Is that what it is?
That's what I'm going with.
That's what you're going with?
eggshells.
Oh, I've done it before, I promise you.
Hargrave's going to start to pressure the leader, Johnny Ratley, through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Blackberg, Bishop side by side. That's kind of letting your top 2 walk away just a little bit, although still well within striking distance.
Yeah, they're within striking distance, but definitely Hargrave's all over the rear bumper of Ratley though. As William doing fantastic there in that number 71 machine. They're working the bottom though, and like you said, I think that's where it's going to be at for now. I think you'll see that bottom slicking off though, and you'll start to see that top side come alive again. The 3 of Barrett Bishop right now currently running in the 4th spot. David Blackbird trying outside. Cruz Caldell running 6th, and Josh Peacock now up to 7th.
Peacock's on the climb, like I said. Kim and Cruz both. They work well together. They, I believe they were in the same heat race. They raced it out for the transfer spot in the heat race, and now, found each other again out here. So it'll be interesting to see. as it winds down, you know, if they can make their way all the way to the front.
And it continues right now. Pretty much everybody looks like they settled in. They're really not trying real hard. I mean, Blackbird's trying some different grooves. You're watching these guys work around the track just to try to find something different. Because obviously you don't want to play follow the leader of the snake race. Here comes a battle for the race lead. Hargraves down to the inside. Ratley down into turns 3 and 4. Side by side battle here. As now David Brewer's found something on the, or David Blackbird's found something on the top side of the speedway. As David Brewer is not even inside the top 5. I keep looking at his car though for some reason, in the 69 machine back there, because I keep watching the whole gaggle of cars. But 16 of David Blackbird way up to the top shelf of the speedway. Left the door wide open though for Barrett Bishop again. They can't get the momentum there right now.
Yeah, everybody's trying to find any little bit they can. Ratley, it looked like maybe just slid up a little bit off the bottom. William Hargrave showing that great drive that the bottom side still has. He was able to motor on by and now out to the lead. Blackbird's carrying a lot of momentum with the slider line, but you know, if you can get a good bite off the bottom, it's always going to be the shortest way around the racetrack in my opinion. And you know, sometimes that pays dividends. Oh, sideways again. With nowhere to go.
Oh man, Brewer was involved in that one. The one car of Alex Brewer, and the 3 car of Barrett Bishop. Those guys all involved. Whew. I think he just took out a bunch of the cars that we picked.
Yeah, what lap are we on?
Lap 40 of 100, so we still have 60 laps to go.
There's still a lot of racing to do.
Yeah.
And then Alex Brewer got into the back of Barrett Bishop, which completed there. It was a ping pong effect there, kind of a snake. And then Barrett Bishop definitely had a good shot to the rear end from the one, and that's what finished off the other number 1 right directly in front of Ratley.
If you go to the blimp view, you can see it real well. It looks like maybe Ratley got in there, got checked up just a little bit. Barrett made an attempt to stay out of the back of him, and then by that time, Brewer had piled in there. Brewer had a nose full of crews, and it just kind of stacked them up.
Waiting to see what happens here, see where that's going to be called. Waiting for the Glut Hills adminship with Kyle Moyer, I think, out there too. But Glut Hill, the head admin, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. I switched over here to try to monitor some race chat and hear exactly what happened.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, it looks like Radley just got a little bit sideways. Barrett checked up, and I mean, it just accordion effect, and everybody was too close to be able to check up good enough to keep the yellow from coming out.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually going to delay the caution again here just to make sure they've got the right call on it. But yeah, I think, you know, Rocky said it about right there. You saw that's ultimately, I think, what got Hargraves to the lead was Ratley kind of missed the bottom just a little bit, yachted out, was able to leave enough room. That time, unfortunately, you know, when you've got that freight train around the bottom, mistakes like that, you know, be it a little mistake, it can sure cause a big mess in a hurry.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just a kind of a racing ordeal there. I mean, Barrett had really nowhere to go. He hits the rear bumper of him, and then he backs out of it to let him save it. But when he backed out of it, Alex Brewer finished off the 3 car and made the 3 car go right back into the already sideways Ratley, and that's you know, it's one of those things. Who are you going to call that on? I mean, it's just a racing deal, in my opinion, unless you want to take all of them and put them to the back.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I would call it. I mean, they're gonna throw another caution here once again. Is not sure what the call's gonna be, but yeah, racing deal. I mean, that's almost what you gotta call that.
What would you guys call it out in the chat box? I mean, you guys have seen the replay. We can cue it back up again, but what would you guys think of this? Would you call it a racing deal? I mean, we'll do a full velocity racing network. Whose fault is it anyway? I mean, you don't think it's a racing deal, Jack? He doesn't think there's such a thing. Jack is a hard ass admin.
Well, who would you call it on, Jack?
it's always the guy behind the person who's got spun. So it'd be on Bishop.
See, normally I would say that, but
the one propelled the 3 into it to finish him off.
we're gonna throw another caution here. If you're wondering what the delay in going back racing is, they've thrown
DJ's saying
they've
Alex
delayed it
Brewer.
once again. You
DJ
know,
Tucker.
I mean, if you get rear-ended at a stoplight and then you rear-end somebody, who's getting the ticket? You know.
Right.
The guy who
You
hit
were
me.
I'm not, because I'm getting the hell out of there.
Oh, Rocky Battenfield with a hit and run.
Yeah, I would, you know, if you're going on everything, you see the one car. I think my opinion would be the one car. I would have to go if you're going on. If it's the car behind you, the one car couldn't check up either. He got in the back of Barrett, and that's what actually caused the yellow flag because Barrett had to. Yeah,
Well, I'm going to say if I'm going to assign blame, I'm going
It's like
with
a
the guy that
pool
got sideways.
Well, we went under. Looks delayed it once again. Is one thing's for sure. Sooner or later, you got to make a call, either racing deal or assign the fault if you're.
Yeah, and I would think if you're taking this much time, it's probably going to be called a racing deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you really got to think that.
That's exactly what I'm hearing as I monitor race control.
What? The power's about out. We need to start the races, folks. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
way to go! Just out him. Well, here we go. After a delayed caution, few delayed cautions, we'll go back to green here.
Yeah, they're going to call a racing deal. Green flag going to come out here off of turn number 4. Again, William Hargrave's going to lead the charge down in turn number 1.
Gonna be top to bottom, basement to the attic behind him as Barrett Bishop's gonna take a peek, nothing doing. Blackbird gonna stay in tow. How about Cruz Caudell gonna move up into the 4th spot, move Brewer back to 5th as they work through 3 and 4.
Yeah, Brewer's got a lot of damage to the front end nose of that one machine as Cruz Caudell battling it out there for the 4th spot there. He's down to the inside of Alex Brewer, side-by-side battle there for the 4th spot. As Cruz now takes the 4th spot away from Alex Brewer, we're going to drop back maybe into the clutch of the 99 of Brandon Weatherford. Weatherford now looking to the inside. Here comes Josh Peacock again in at number 61.
Peacock's on the move right now as he starts to try to pick off some spots. Rivas looks like he got to the top shelf just a little bit, maybe lost a little bit of ground. Now he's going to fight back right up against the fence through 1 and 2. So you've got still a few guys, defense being one of them, the next one in behind Rivas in line there, that everybody's kind of trying to maybe get the top to work back in, but right now it looks like the bottom side of the racetrack's the place to be.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that as Blackbird also up top there trying to get around Cruz, but Cruz is on a mission in that 55 machine. He's up to that 3rd spot in car number 55.
Yeah, Cruz is on the march right now, looking for a little bit more as they continue to work their way around the racetrack, being shown the way by William Hargraves. Now, Cruz, Blackberg, and a host of others going to be down, and look at that. Oh, excuse me. Look at that. Barrett Bishop back to the top shelf.
Yeah, Barrett Bishop going back into the top side of the speedway. He figures it's time to go up there, and that's where Barrett Bishop is, but the 55 of Cruz Caudell now moves into the 2nd spot behind William Hargraves, but Barrett's not gonna go away without a fight there. He tried to top shelf the speedway because he knew he could get around Hargraves without trying something a little bit different, and Barrett Bishop's not that kind of wait-see type of person. He's definitely going to do and try to get to that race lead.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
bounding something up there.
Caution flag. Big pileup again. I believe it's going to be Ratley, Braxton West, and Tyler Blankenship again going to be slow away from the scene of the crime.
Oh man, Ratley gets into the 12 pretty hard there, and Tyler Blankenship, man, it looks like they're trying to make babies out there. They were on top of each other there for a split second.
Well, you got to figure Tyler B's You got to figure Tyler B's got to be about out of duct tape by now.
Yeah, he's had such bad luck here tonight. Ratley's not having very good luck either. He's going to have to pull it down in the track side too, down to his pit crew. So we'll see if he can make it up through. I know race car pack out there talking with DJ Konowski. So it's good to see some interaction out there. And Johnny Ratley getting the end of the longest line for that one too.
You know, it's a tough thing to see, really, because Ratley, I mean, had control of this race from the drop of the green. It looks like maybe things not, set up for the dry slick, so to speak, on the 01 car, but going to be interesting to see if maybe he can turn the night around. There's still plenty of laps to do it, over halfway to go.
Yeah, you can go. I mean, you can go from last to first in 50 laps around this track. I mean, you just gotta show a little patience and be able to run where they're not. And looking at this track right now, it looks like there is a top groove and a bottom groove. So we'll see what happens here.
How about big movers? You look at big movers. Josh Peacock, of course, always on the move in the 61 car. He's up from 16th to 7th. But also, give a shout out to D-Fed, man. He's been the hard luck kid, for many weeks now. Makes the show tonight, slips in the 7th spot of his last chance, and he's up from 24th to 12th.
Yeah, and D-Fed's doing a fantastic job. It's good to see that in that number 86 machine as he's coming up through the field there is getting ready to go back to green flag racing off a turn. And number 4 is Hargraves and Bishop. And Hargraves gets that hammer down the quickest there off of turn number 4. But Bishop going to go right on the assault on the outside. And that number 3 machine, we'll see if Barrett can return to what he was doing there. As meanwhile, Cruz Gaudal goes to the bottom, the 16 of David Blackbird right there. Again, the 1 of Alex Brewer and the 61 machine of Josh Peacock right there running in that 6th spot.
Bishop going to use the big slider line through 3 and 4 off of turn 4. Going to try to run down the gap. That's the thing about the slider line, man. You get so much through the center momentum-wise, but then sometimes when you get to the top shelf, you can lose it all. As you're going to see Cruz Caudell start to work his way around Bishop. Now Bishop going to get the run once again. Gets a fender, now a door out in front of him into 3 and 4. But it's the interesting thing about all these racing lines.
As here comes Alex Brewer down to the inside in that number 1 machine. He looks down there, side-by-side battle with the number 16 of David Blackberg as man Bear Bishop way up to the top shelf of the speedway in that 3 machine. He uses that right rear right off the cushion and propels himself down the back straightaway. It looks like somebody shot him out of a cannon in that number 3 machine.
Yeah, it's definitely that thin line between being fast and being wrecked, and Bishop right now flirting with it. Of course, one of the best at getting that run. As top 3 start to check out just a little bit here, maybe Brewer, Peacock, and Blackberg doing a little bit of battle, allowing those 3 to kind of check out, because even though those 3 are running, they're racing pretty hard up there, the side-by-side stuff right here has kind of allowed them to check out just a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see those guys check out and maybe get single file here just to log some laps. So you still got 50 laps to go here, 49 to go here at the Knoxville Raceway. So you don't really want to tear your car up anymore. And like you said, how many quick repairs are out there? You said 2.
Yeah, 2. You had 2. You had 2 in the last chance. So it carries over from race to race. That's one of the things you can't change. What you start the night out with, you're going to have all the way through. So some of these guys maybe have already burned 1, 2, and you are going to have to be extremely careful. But, with the cautions here, unlike the boys have at it system, you've also got to be careful if you're running around here, so to speak, because if you're one of those guys that's worked your way all the way up through the field and you run off in there and maybe just give somebody a tap like we saw with Ratley and Bishop, that got called a racing deal, but maybe next time it gets called on you, and then all that work, this late in the race, you're going to find yourself from the penthouse to the outhouse pretty quick.
And you don't want to do that. As you watch the 55 there, I was at least watching him on the screen. He was down to the inside of William Hargraves there for a second. And Hargraves really slammed the door on him. He wasn't really up to the driver's door, but Hargraves really making that car wide. As you can see him kick the rear end out through the center of the corner. That's able to try to keep Cruz Caudal at bay there. That's kind of the driving that he's doing. Defensive driving in that 71 machine. Cruz is faster. William Hargraves right now just making that car really, really wide here on lap 54.
Yeah, definitely. With everybody utilizing the bottom right up along that berm, as you see Hargraves put the left front up on the berm that time, Caudell now going to do it. Exit at turn 4. Not going to have the momentum. It'll be Hargraves down the front straightaway for the moment. Now maybe Cruz has got enough in there to make a run. But yeah, it's that really thin line, you know. If running the cushion is the thin line, running the bottom, especially around this place, equally as challenging because you can hit the berm just a little bit, maybe get up on the gas, light the rear tires up just a little bit more, and before you know it, you're washed up off that bottom.
Yeah, and right now, Cruz Caudell looks like he's going to take over the race lead and lead a lap for the first time of the evening in that 55 machine. New race leader, and Barrett Bishop uses Cruz, the hole he punched in there, and now he's down the inside of William Hargraves.
And Bishop got the fender up in there. Now going to be looking to draw side by side with him as they work through 3 and 4. A little bit of bumping and grinding off of turn 4. Hargraves going to pull Bishop down the front straightaway. Battle for second still on. And look at this. Now Brewer and Peacock have gotten single file, as well as Blackburg behind them. You're fixing to have a 5-car battle.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting race here. And like I said, Alex Brewer's been fast. That's Jack's pick here tonight. Josh Peacock out there in that 61 machine. Bradley picked. I picked Barrett Bishop. Cruz Caudell was kind of one of Bradley's picks that he said that could do well. It's looking like he's going to get a win sooner or later. So Cruz right now, your race leader, is definitely doing a fantastic job. And Rocky's pick is already back up to 17th. Johnny Ratley starting to make his way up through here. And he's still got 42 laps to go. So expect that one to be up towards the front here again.
You know, there's plenty of time, like Rocky said. You can get from the back to the front here, even at the halfway point. If you were to have to go to the back like Ratley and find yourself back there in traffic, you can get from the back to the front. It's going to be all about maximizing the opportunities when they come, and at the same time being patient enough to know when to, you know, let them develop.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Is everything going on throughout the field. It's just watching these guys go at it here. And Hargraves back to the bottom. As Barrett Bishop was able to complete that pass there for that second spot as we're coming down through here. Just watching, guys like, I'm taking a look through the field here. Taylor Frost in the 142 machine. Billy Northcutt, just watching him around the 11th spot. Derek Fedkenauer dropped back to 18th, though, in that number 86 machine. So, D-Fed was up there, but started dropping back just a tad bit. Johnny Ratley right now running in 17th, but he's starting to pick off number 12 up White Hook Runner.
Right as we said, everybody was going to single file out just a little bit. The front 4 starting to put a little bit of gap back on 5th, and 5th is where you're going to find the battle of the moment, at least. As Blackburg and Peacock, a little right side romance through 3 and 4. Some hustle and bustle down on the bottom as Blackburg looks like he's going to inch ahead of Peacock this time. That's also brought the 111 of Cody Campbell into the mix.
Yeah, Cody Campbell doing a good job there, trying to work his way up through here. Is up to that 7th spot right now. And definitely a driver I haven't heard a lot about there in that number 11 machine. Now looks to the bottom of the number 61 of Josh Peacock. Peacock right there on the rear bumper, trying to knock off the 16 of David Blackburn to try to get himself inside the top 5. But Josh is pretty content to just ride there. It's yellow flag going to come out here. Milner Media Design yellow flag here with 37 laps to go.
I believe that's going to be Stifler running the apron. I saw him slow in 1 and 2. Now going to run the apron. Tough break for Stifler. He was up inside, I believe, the top 10. At least he was right there battling for around the top 10.
99 good.
Yeah. No, that is actually, I heard him say they're gonna be assessing a penalty on that one. Not everything can be a racing deal.
Jack thinks so.
Uh-oh. Oh.
He's not one for racing deals. NASCAR 2003 TDR. Just give him we'll give you a little bit of hindsight on Jack. He doesn't believe in restarts because there's no restarts in real life. I tend to agree. If you break a gear in NASCAR, coming off the grid, hey, you should have, even though it's supposed to be a simulation or game back then, 2003, you break a gear, you don't deserve a restart.
Hey,
I mean, I've had so many restarts with inside. They used to do 2 laps or 3 laps at the super speedway, so 3 laps. Okay, I made it through the big wreck. I'm going to tell you, and I was so excited because I went from 30th to 5th. Yeah, there was a lot of tore up cars, but they restarted the race, and guess what? I was tied up in the very next big wreck, and they didn't restart the race.
Oh, so you're talking about like complete, complete restart?
Complete restart. You restart the whole race.
You're not just talking about like a fast repair. You're talking about like, hey, we're 50 laps in, but let's just restart it.
No, it wasn't 50 laps in, but it'd be like 3 or 4. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Green flag comes back out here. We're racing here down the front straightaway with Cruz Cardell, your race leader.
Gonna be side by side behind him as Hargraves got shoved up off the bottom just a little bit. Barrett Bishop now gonna open the door. Down the back straightaway through 3 and 4 we go. Blackberg on the bottom. Alex Brewer, Peacock, and again Cody Campbell. Look at that, bud. Top to the bottom, basement through the attic through 1 and 2. We talk about the bottom coming in right now, but trying to see who that is. I believe it's Michael Grinner, who was, going to be a lap car. Oh, Peacock goes around.
Oh, not good.
Not sure what happened there. But man, as that was happening, I was talking about Michael Grinner. You remember a minute ago when we started calling the front of the race again, and the leaders had...
The zeros polishing everybody off. All the zeros. Oh, wait a second.
Looks like it's going to be on the 13 of Jordan Gage.
Oh, Tyler Blankenship doesn't win the race. He's done.
I believe I just heard it get called on Jordan Gage in that 13 car. Oh, okay, yeah. The Bloomer car. What we were talking about, though, how about that 12 car? You remember back right about the first caution when we were talking about the 12 car at Grinner? He was about to go a lap down.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was about to go a lap down, and now he's worked his way back up inside the top 10. So that kind of follows what Rocky said. Hadn't really been following the progress or how he got there, but it shows you that you can go from almost being lapped to up inside the top 10 if things play out right. Hard left, pace truck in, green flag back in the air. Cruz Cardell gonna find the loud pedal out of turn number 4. We're gonna go side by side down the front straightaway into turn number 1. William Hargraves now gonna give him a shot in the shorts, trying to get him going. Barrett Bishop gonna stick his nose in there.
Look at that save by Barrett Bishop.
Barrett Bishop showing you the Wheelman 101 right there. As real estate on the bottom was a prime and there just wasn't enough of it. Everybody somehow made it through there, and we're going to race on.
Got race on with 34 laps to go. 33 laps to go now with the 55 of Cruz Cardell trying to pull away, but that's not going to be an easy task. He's got about a car length, 2 car lengths now over the 71 of William Hargraves. Barrett Bishop running in 3rd. 4th is at number 1 of Alex Brewer. David Blackbird running 5th. Jim Revis running 6th.
Going around.
Revis around.
I believe that's going to be off the front bumper of somebody.
Looks like 11. Cody Campbell. Yeah.
Possibility. I just saw him yaw it out through the center of the corner.
The 111 got into it. The 21 backed out of it. He did get into Blackbird. Then the 11 got into the back of him. So what would you call that, Jack? Racing deal? Okay.
It's a holo racing deal. All the time.
We want your expert analysis on, because you were an admin for so many years.
Uh-oh. We don't want that. Hey. Hey, I'll back the jack movement on that one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one too.
Yeah, but sometimes you have a real
That's all
fast crew
right.
that can get you back out there.
I don't care. If you have to change your motor, you need to use the damn chain in a tree. You don't go down the pitch and then stop for 3 seconds and then pull out. Oh look, I got a brand new car.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with that one. I have no choice.
How about
I'm overruled.
the official ruling on that last caution coming down from race control is going to be a racing deal.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm glad it was just to hear Jack laugh like that.
I'm telling you. Well, green flag back.
Oh!
Oh.
Are we back together yet?
I think so.
The number 55 of Chris Cadell, your race leader. William Hargraves running second. Third is Barrett Bishop. Alex Brewer running fourth. Fifth is David Blackburn. Cody Campbell in that number 111 machine running in sixth. Seventh is Gerald Miller. Michael Grunnert up to eighth. Ninth is Billy Northcutt. And then Taylor Frost rounds out your top 10.
Looking back here, a few people are starting to use the high side again. And now that I just heard a warning from race control about maybe a little bit of wall riding going on. So definitely a lot to look at, man, if you're a race controller and are around this field.
Yeah, the 69 and the 99 have been banging off each other back here. That's a battle like from 14th or 15th and 16th, and Peacock was able to get around them all and up to 14th already.
You know, I've been watching it, and it's one of the hardest things to admin in iRacing, because although we may be seeing somebody get into the fence, what they're actually doing is, you know, I was in a league, in an asphalt league at Bristol one time, and I was running the top, never touching the wall, but got warned for wall riding. So it's one of the hardest things to police, but I'd like to think that you can kind of tell when, you know, somebody's going up. I've been watching D-Fed do it. D-Fed's running the top, the right rear catches the cushion, he drives off of it. Then there's some of these guys that I'm just thankful for the virtual lives over at the virtual Casey's out of turn 2 that there's a wall there, because they might have found the parking lot of it already.
You know, we always think about stuff like that too. You're thinking about that wall riding and anything to go around like that. You know what that reminds me of? You ever play with some of them EA Sports NASCAR games?
Oh, yeah.
You hit the wall and you go faster.
Oh, yeah, you can turn the fast lap somewhere like New Hampshire, ride the wall all the way around the track.
Yep. They used to have that in Dirt Track Racing too, and Dirt Track Racing, where you could get Knoxville, and actually you could ride at Knoxville. You could take your car, put all 4 tires on the wall itself, and drive around the track and have fast laps.
Maximum grip, bud.
It's just a setup. That's all you could do. You just soften your springs up and you go up on the wall. That was hard to police too back in the day.
Rocky Battenfield, would you say this is one of your favorite tracks on dirt?
Yes, 100%.
It is?
Yeah, I just, this track here, I mean, I've seen so many good races. It seems like any car you put on it, you can run anywhere on the track. And yeah, anytime I have a special event, this is my first choice. I usually get overruled, but this is my first choice.
You know, in real life, this thing's the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. You know, it's known for being the Sprint Car Hall of Fame, the home of the Knoxville Nationals and everything else. But you know what it started out as?
Yep.
Jack knows. Somebody donate Jack some stars. Donate some stars for Jack getting it right there. Yeah, you
I was
did.
gonna say the last. I was listening to that too, and like I actually had to go back and rewatch the broadcast because from when you first talked about it to when you said it was about 60 laps difference,
Yeah.
and I missed it.
Sure
But I
enough.
honestly, that my guess was going to be a horse track because the track in Muskogee, the half mile in Muskogee started out as a horse track as well.
And did as well. Well, tonight, what was a horse track's the side of some virtual horsepower. Cruz Cadell continuing to lead Hargraves. What do you think here, Todd? Laps winding down. We're inside of 30 to go. If you're Hargraves, do you kind of sit, shadow, wait for your best chance? You go ahead and give him a shot in the shorts and get back to the point.
I don't know. I mean, we talk about that catbird seat. I don't even think second's really safe right now, or the leader for that matter. I really think I would be more comfortable running third right now. This slate right now.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
was
judge.
gonna say if I'm Hargreaves, I'm looking to go ahead and get to the point because you got that number 3 behind you, and he's hungry, and he's going to be fast, especially the last 10 or 15 laps of this race.
Yeah, and you know, going back to he's all you know, as much as I've raced with and around Barrett Bishop, he's always hungry. He's always set on kill, and right now, I can guarantee you, laps coming down. You know, Barrett's not going to be the guy that's just going to flat run over you, but you will get moved. And
yeah, he will.
You're going to go on board with him right now, and you know, watch him as he works it down in the corner. It's, you know, his stock, you kind of wait for you to make a mistake, and if you watch, you can get caught watching the mirror with him behind you.
I gotta give a shout out to Cody Ernest out there with 30 stars. Thank you for the 30 stars, 2-week streak. We appreciate it, Cody. As we're on board there, we were on board there with Barrett Bishop. Yeah, I know you're getting ready.
I wish there was a way to show how much throttle he was using. You'd be surprised how much they roll off the throttle, even in the street stocks here, to run that bottom.
Definitely is. The bottom's starting to become the preferred line right now, and you know, you can't just really go off in there and blast it off in there, you know, like people think you could. And you're definitely right now you're rolling the throttle through the center. My goal is to always roll the center and then be full throttle by the exit. But you know, there's that fine line between being hooked up and, you know, just spinning the tires and going nowhere.
Yeah, and right now this track, I mean, it's black all the way around down there. It is a very fine line from when you can and can't be on the throttle. The fact that they're making laps right now and nobody's spinning out, that just kind of tells you the caliber of drivers we have in this thing.
Yeah, definitely some of the best in the street stock. I mean, like I said, this is not only just a money race, but a money series. So you've got to be able to be consistent, put your best handful of races together instead of just one. And but I definitely think you're seeing some of the best, at least in the street stock side of things.
And Johnny Ratley has officially retired and put it on the trailer.
I'm sorry for picking you, Johnny.
Look what you did.
Yeah.
One down.
Johnny forgot to sweep the leg, I guess.
Ugh.
I don't know how many out there are old enough to know what that reference is, but
Think so? No, I believe that's going to be on the 01 car.
Yeah.
Maybe that led to the early departure of Johnny Ratley, but race control said it was on the 01.
well, gentlemen, I enjoyed my time here with you tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off a little bit early. I'm almost to the house. I'm about to lose you. So.
Well, 2x2, they're going to stack up behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck. Should be green out of turn 4 next time. Todd, we started out with 24. We're down to about 20 or so, I think, still left in 22 in here. So not really the battle attrition, so to speak, but definitely some guys may have used up the fast repairs, and equipment may not be pristine anymore.
No, I see a lot of fenders crinkled, a lot of noses off the cars here and there, smashed up, I should say, not really off. But as that green flag comes back out, and Cruz Cadell down to the inside there, as Hargraves was there, and man, David Blackburg really pushing the issue in there. And it looks like Jeremy Vaughn, maybe that's Jeremy Vaughn around towards the back there. Yep, Jeremy Vaughn around, that's going to bring out yellow. David Brewer getting to the back of him. A lot of checking up going on in front of him.
Yeah, I believe Jeremy's gonna get into the back of somebody. They got squirreled up in front of him right there on the cushion. Jeremy got on the binders and unfortunately paid the price for it. I believe Vaughn has kept that car relatively clean, so he's going to come down. No surprise here, just going to come down. Go ahead. You had 2 fast repairs. If you haven't used one, you're going to be sitting. You're going to be in the back anyways. Why not come down here and get it fixed? Well, I don't see a whole lot of damage to the 8 car either, so still a long ways to go, man. You think about it. You can look at this as only 20 laps to go, or you can think to yourself, well, this is about the number of laps you would see on a normal league night and an A main here, pretty much.
There's a poll going up out there, Bradley. Poll for who do they think's going to win out of these 4 drivers. I put the top 4 in there, so you guys go ahead and pick out those 4 drivers who you think's going to take down the win here with 20 to go. Still might be somebody outside of that, but I just did the top 4.
Definitely could be some sleepers left in the field. It'll be interesting to find out. Although where I said there's 20 laps to go, so you're right now just hitting the spot you would hit for a normal A main event. But at the same time, I am a firm believer, and if you're going to go, you got to go now.
Go big or go home.
That's it.
And the voting out there doing, right now, 30% of the vote to Cruz, Barrett, and William.
Green flag back in the air. We're about 1 lap closer to finding out here. Caudell going to lead him through 1 and 2. Shuts the door on Hargraves. Hargraves going to give him a shot in the shorts off of turn 2. Here comes Bishop fighting back on the outside. It'll be 2 wide for second place down into turn 3.
Yeah, down into turn number 3, it's Cruz Cadell showing the way here. William Hargraves down to the inside to that number 3 machine of Bear Bishop. Good side-by-side battle for second. As again, Bishop up there. Look at the flash bulbs going off down the front straightaway here into turn number 1. And again, here comes the 71 of Hargraves back to the bottom of the speedway. Hammond Barrett really going at it there. Is that going to allow Cruz Cadell to run away and hide there in that 55 machine?
I don't know if there's any running away and hiding. At least going to put a little bit of distance between them for the moment, though, as Bishop now going to inch out ahead of Hargraves just a little bit, but Hargraves going to take the shorter line around the racetrack through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway we come. Blackburg now going to follow Bishop into 3.
Yeah, like you said, the Blackbird trying to follow Bishop there. Now goes to the bottom of the speedway to try to follow Hargraves. They can't really get around these guys as of right now. Those guys are pretty locked there through the corner, side-by-side battle. There is Hargraves really hitting the bottom of the track. Is again, the 3 machine of Bear Bishop to the outside. Blackbird gives a shot to the rear bumper of Hargraves through the corner, but Hargraves still able to hold on to that second spot.
Blackburg right now, I'm watching him as he just you saw him, as I called him go to the follow Bishop, he went back to the bottom, now he's back to the top. If you're David Blackburg right now, these 2, you may have a faster car than the 2 in front of you, and you're just trying to find the room to work around them. But at the same time, you got to be cautious because Alex Brewer in that 1 car has been looking for a slip up. He's looking to advance his way up towards the front.
And Brewer now down to the inside of David Blackbird. Blackbird slams the door shut on Brewer as they come down that front straightaway with 14 laps remaining here for Cruz Gardell. And these guys really fighting it out there. It looks like Hargrave's starting to lose the bottom. Oh, Blackbird! Oh, he goes around over there in a knot as David Blackbird down to the inside. Yellow flag going to fly. I wonder if that was enough for Barrett to complete the pass, or is he going to go back to third again?
No, I'm not really sure. There was a lot of fighting for the real estate down there on the bottom. I believe right now, at least on my end, I'm showing Barrett Bishop being scored in second. Hargraves third. So I'll have to see once we get the reset here.
Because I know it goes to the last completed lap, so we'll see.
Yeah, especially with this no caution laps counting. It's going to be interesting to see. It was actually an admin thrown caution, it looks like.
Yep.
So.
Blackbird back up to the fourth spot there. Kind of weird. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting because it'd be interesting to hear the call at least.
Jack thinks a racing deal right off the bat.
I mean, automatically. That's your go-to. You gotta have racing deal, you know.
There you go, 50-50 shot. David Brewer did get a spot back. Yellow flag back out again. Race car back out there says race a deal. TJ Bullard says should have lifted.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, it's interesting, you know. It'll be interesting to see what the call was.
Another lengthy yellow flag here. Coming up on the 11 o'clock hour. Waiting to see what's going on here.
Yeah, I was kind of
Another yellow flag thrown.
waiting to see. I know I heard somebody ask who the caution car was on, and it's being said that it's being reviewed, but
Dylan Simmons out there says he gets a spot back, question mark. Due to the fact that iRacing scoring is automatic, yeah, he gets a spot back. And they're going to give
They're going to give him the EOL. They said that he did come across the nose of the one, I guess. So definitely tough racing in the late stages of the race. A tough break if you're David Blackburn. You had that car up towards the front most of the race, inside the top 5, if not the top 10, and that
back in the top 6 now.
I did see who's back in the top 6.
Josh Peacock. He's had such an up and down race here, so we'll see if he's going to be able to do anything now with that 61. So the field is restacked and repacked here after a lengthy yellow flag to decide who was the cause of that one. iRacing I flag, green flag comes out, and Cruz Cardell and a new dancing part of the outside there. The 3 of Barrett Bishop, and the 71 back down to the inside of William Hargraves. Hargraves now side by side for the second spot as Cruz Connell. I think starting to get a little bit nervous in that 55 machine as he's got Blackbird to his Bishop to his outside.
He's definitely feeling the pressure right now. Is he going to slip up? Misses the bottom for the
Oh.
first time in a number of laps. Hargraves going to take advantage. How about 3 wide down the front straightaway into turn 1?
Yeah, Hargraves down to the inside, side-by-side battle there. 3 wide there. Bear Bishop gets shuffled up and down the line in that 3 machine. Here comes Josh Peacock in the 61 down to the extreme bottom of the speedway. He puts his car in there with Alex Brewer, too. So Peacock gets a little bit loose now, loses a little bit of the ground there.
About for a second there, you could cover the top 5 with a Dixie napkin. As right now, we're going to shuffle things up. How about Bishop losing a spot on the exchange now? He's going to thread the needle between Peacock and Brewer as they rocket down the back straightaway once again. And side by side, still for the lead, Hargraves and Caudell.
Yeah, Hargraves got a little bit into the 55 on Caudell there through corners 1 and 2. Roughing him up a little bit, now pushing him up the track just a tad bit. All part of racing here. Rubbing is racing just like Bradley says. And then, man, there's some more rubbing over there in 1 and 2. Hargraves really wants this, but Cruz is not going to lay over and play dad.
Cruz definitely not going to lay over here as laps winding down. It'll be 10 to go, 9 to go this time at the stripe. Little right side romance. Hargraves to Caudell as they come off turn 4, going to separate just a little bit. Hargraves at the line that time.
Yeah, William Hargraves now your new race leader, but Cruz Caudell not going away up on the outside of him. There in the 55 machine, he knows he's got to do everything he can, throw everything at him, including that kitchen sink, to get back by Hargraves, as the lap times have been about identical there. As now Hargraves makes a little bit of a mistake on the bottom pair. Bishop breathing down his neck right now, all over the rear bumper of the 71 machine, so he's got to play offense, but he's also got to play defense on 3 of Bear Bishop.
Now right now, he hit the inside berm just a little bit the last time through 3 and 4, skated up just a little bit, able to get Cruz back up to the front. See as they work their way through 3 and 4 once again. A little bit more right side romance, little check it up. Bishop checked up big to stay out of the back of him. Laps winding down, we're getting down to the nitty gritty of it now.
Yeah, Cruz is able to slam the door shut, finally make his way back down to the bottom. That's the way to do it there in that 55 machine. As Cruz Caudell still leads over William Hargraves, Bear Bishop for 3, is Alex Brewer for 4, and Josh Peacock right now in the 5th spot.
We're going to get single file now as we're going to sort things out once again, see who makes the first move. Hargraves going to look to the bottom of Caudell once again out of 2. Bishop going to be right there on the tail feathers of the 71 car. Now opened up just a little bit of a gap to Alex Brewer. Top 3. Caudell, Hargraves, Bishop through 3 and 4.
Yeah, as Hargraves right now, last time by him and Bishop were faster than your race leader. Caudell with a 2.71, now 2.40, so Caudell a little bit faster than William Hargraves. Hargraves with a 2.42, 2.40 to Cruz Caudell, and guess who's the fastest one out there? Bear Bishop, 24.176. So Bishop has turned up the wick.
Yeah, it's go time right now as it's 5 laps to go. Make it 4 this time by. Caudell, all he needed, it looked like he slipped up just a little bit. Hargraves was able to draw even with him, but now Caudell has been able to pull away just a little bit as Hargraves and Bishop battle for 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, as, Bishop has tried a couple different times to get underneath Hargraves. Hargraves just killing the momentum of Bear Bishop right now and doing everything he can to keep him at bay. Here, he wants all the points that he can get in the number 71 machine as Cruz Caudell gets 3 more trips around the Knoxville Raceway for car number 55. As the 71 of Hargraves still running in 2nd, and don't count out any slider though, because the 71 could probably haul a mail right in there and try to pull a slider there last minute, and maybe use that to right side romance as you talk about, Bradley, and get by Cruz.
Yeah, definitely a viable option right now. Cruz, I believe, is going to be hugging the bottom, so it's going to pull a slider off, going to be definitely difficult. But at the same time, we were talking, you go back to what you said earlier about would you want to be the leader? Do you want to be 2nd? Where do you want to be? Right now, if you're Cruz Caudell, all you've got to do is play defense, where if you're William Hargraves, you're trying to not only mount a run and possibly take home a win, but you're also holding off a hungry Barrett Bishop.
As Cruz Caudell receives the white flag here, 1 more trip. Only back straightaway 3 and 4 in the half of the front straightaway to go for Cruz Godel as he moves down into turn number 3 for the final time. He's going to pull it off of turn number 4. Cruz Godel going to take down the Al's Auto Shootout Series race number 1 as the Knoxville Raceway. What a way to win a race here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network for Cruz Godel. Second going to go to William Hargraves, Barrett Bishop for third. Alex Brewer, Josh Peacock, Gerald Miller, Taylor Frost, Jim Revis, and Michael Garnett, Billy Northcutt, Daniel Stifler, Cody Campbell, David Brewer, Braxton Wax. Then you have David Blackberg, Josh Chalmers out there, Jeremy Vaughn, a solid 17th place finish for the 8 car, Ryan Bronson and Craig Mercer. Then you have Johnny Radley, Derek Fedkenauer, Jordan Gage, Brandon Weatherford, and Tyler Blankenship finishing up 24th here tonight. But man, what a race and stellar performance there for Cruz Godel.
Yeah, definitely so. I said it, man, coming into the night. His kid's been getting faster and faster. You know that he's going to break through for a win in one of these things. Finally going to do it. What better place to do it than, race 1 of the biggest series for these guys?
Yeah, that's fantastic there. So we'll take a brief pause for the cause. We're going to make our way on over to DWRL and make it way down to BladeNote.com Victory Lane and interview our top 3 drivers here in just a moment. Well, we strolled on down to BladeNote.com at Victory Lane, where Bradley Wilson had some other engagements there. As he come down the bleachers, he kind of stumbled his way down and actually fell down them. So he's getting medical attention right now. Not sure what happened to him there, but that's what happens sometimes when you try to come down the bleachers and things happen there. So Bradley will wish him the best there as he makes his way wherever he is there. As everybody pretty much for the most part, doing a fantastic job here tonight. As we'll make our way on down here. Looks like we're going to be right before BladeNote.com Victory Lane. We'll talk to tonight's third place finisher, driver of the number 3, Barrett Bishop. Man, Barrett, you were my pick to win this one here tonight, man. Just came up a little bit short. It seemed like William, you're faster than William and even Cruz at times, but William really put up some defensive maneuvers there towards the end of that one.
Yeah, real defensive. But, had a great car tonight. But, racetrack was good the first 20. And just kind of, it was on the bottom after that. You really had to give somebody the bumper to get by him. And, just couldn't do it. And lucky to hang on to third there.
A nice solid third place finish. And hey, you got 4 more tracks to better that one there here tonight, Barrett. So I know you're probably looking forward to one of the tracks that are coming up. What track are you looking forward to the most that's coming up on this schedule?
Probably USA. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the better tracks for these cars, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a finesse track there. I know you won there quite a few times, so we'll see what happens there for you in that number 3 machine. But Barrett, I know I try to keep it short with you, so I'll give you that microphone and let you thank her. Let's thank you tonight.
I gotta thank Hawk Transportation, Media Design, Kill Bees, Walter Beach Driving School, Chrome and All, and y'all for doing a broadcast.
All right, congratulations on a third place finish. Good way to start the season there, Barrett, and hopefully we'll see you a couple spots better next time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home third, that is Barrett Bishop. We'll move on down here to second place finisher tonight, William Hargraves in that number 71 machine. Man, you were able to keep keep Barrett Bishop at bay there, able to keep the bottom and lock it down. You were able to get up alongside Cruz there for a while, but you guys had a whale of a race going there, but not able to get around Cruz and complete that pass. Tell us about your race here tonight, William.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun for sure. Once I got up front there, I started making some mistakes, and it enabled Cruz to go around me there, and then that was a lot of fun racing with Barrett. A lot of respect there, good clean racing, and for sure, I think Barrett was probably a little bit quicker than maybe, like you say, it was a lockdown bottom, and I kind of kept that bottom lockdown, made it tough for him to get around me.
And it all boils down to the points championship towards the end of this one. That's what everybody's eyeing there. Top 15 spots being paid out at the end of this one. But good start to your season, the second place. You really can't hang your head on that one, can you?
No, for sure. There's so many good guys in here. It's crazy. So to have a second is we're more than happy with that.
All right, William, before I let you go, I'm going to give you a microphone. You can think who you'd like to thank. Who makes all the magic happen there in that number 71?
I'd just like to thank you guys for the broadcast, and then all the DWRL guys that put this on for us all to race in, and Wild Bill's Race Designs, Viv's Liquor, and Melm Electric. My Dirt Panda Racing teammates.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home second here tonight, William Hargraves. We'll see if he can get one more spot better next week. We'll wait and see here with that number 71 machine. But we'll make our way on down to BladeNode.com, Victory Lane, and Bradley said it himself here tonight that Cruz was one of those guys you had to watch out for. He was getting faster every week, and he was going to end up in the Victory Lane one of these times. And hey, guess what? Tonight was your night, Cruz. A good, solid race for that 55 machine, man. You messed up just a little bit towards the end of that one. Almost gave it away to William, but you were able to fight back on the outside of him and able to lock back down to that bottom with that 55 machine, man. Tell us about your race.
Oh, it was good. I started ninth, and we have a setup that's so tight it only really comes in when the track turned out like it did, and I'm glad it turned out this way. But yeah, good run overall. I thought that I had lost the lead right there whenever me and William was sideways. I mean, side by side. But I can't complain. I come out with the win.
Definitely a good win for that 55 machine, man. Definitely, I don't know if we've had you on Victory Lane here for Full Velocity, have we yet?
No, sir, I don't believe that you have.
Hey, starting out the season early. First 7 days of 2021, and hey, you got yourself in the Victory Lane on the Full Velocity, man. You got that monkey off your back, man. How exciting is that for you?
Oh, it's very exciting. I mean, I can't express it in words.
Good job, Cruz.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack.
Jack has to say good job to him there. But yeah, fantastic run for you there, man, in the 55 machine, and hopefully more to come. But hey, let me give you that microphone, man. Thank whoever like to thank who makes all that magic happen there in that 55 machine.
First off, I got to thank the good Lord above, keeping me safe at work and, helping me get to above. And secondly, thank y'all for coming on BPN as our sponsor. And BPM also for the all the setups and all the help, all the coaching. Y'all just don't know how much it means.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home the big W here, and a way to start out this season there. Here at the Knoxville Raceway, 100 laps there, leading 38 laps here tonight. Driver of that 55, Cruz Gaudel, taking down his very first win on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I think this is many of to come here in the upcoming year. So we'll see Cruz probably back down in Victory Lane sooner or later here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Well, Jack normally turns into a pumpkin at 10 o'clock. So we got to make sure we get him to bed on time here next time. So hopefully these guys maybe clean up a little bit, get some more green flag racing so that way Jack can go to bed. But definitely appreciate everyone for tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thank you to all the great sponsors here that make it all the magic happen, make it all the magic happen down there for DWRL too. We've got to thank once again Al's Auto for the Shootout Series sponsor, DWRL, iRacing, iFlag, Heartland Harley Davidson, Evil One Graphics, Milner Media and Design, Big Designs, iRacing Dirt Painters, Junk Fabrication, Full Velocity Racing Network, Eric Eichstead and Eichstead Wraps, BladeNode.com, Simple Web Solutions powered by nerds, Carter Lumber, and Grumpy's Garage. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. It'll be a couple days before you hear us back on the airwaves here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. It'll be Sunday night again with the Super Late Model Series, the Milner Media and Design Super Late Model Series. We'll see you Sunday night. Until then, good night, folks, and have a couple days off from us there. And appreciate you guys tuning in once again. Good night, folks.